many of them have been there before, but of course they've got 9 new players from last year's 15-goal win side, so a lot of those players will be a bit toey too.
One of those who hasn't actually won a flag before is Brendan Mason, captain coach. He's had many good sides, hasn't been able to finally get that last step in and hold the Premiership Cup aloft. He must have a few butterflies out there, I'll bet.
Oh, I think he would. Brendan Mason, actually, I thought it was a courageous man taking on Northern United after they'd won 3 in a row. I certainly wouldn't have been game to do that, so he's had a bit of a... he's had a baptism of fire, but he's come through beautifully so far.
Well, there's the umpires in the centre of the ground. The ball's just about ready to be bounced for the start of the 1987 Grand Final. A few clouds, but still a reasonably fine sunny day. A bit of rain early in the morning, about 3 a.m. we understand. There was about 10 points of rain. The QEO's in great shape. The Comet logo on the front of the oval just in front of the grandstand. Comet, of course, announced at the Grand Final breakfast this morning that they are continuing with the sponsorship of this league through into 1988. There was some doubt earlier this year that they would continue, but that has been put to rest. Ken Foote, the state sales manager of Comet, has verified that the sponsorship will continue, and I think it's all set, Shane, just about ready for the first bounce.
And Dennis, keep an eye, please, on Brendan Mason and also Robert O'Connell to see where they line up, because that's going to be most interesting. The word was O'Connell would line up at centre half back. You were unsure as to how long he would stay there, and in fact, as I looked at the far end, Mason seems to have lined up somewhere in the United forward line. And the ball's about to be bounced for the Bendigo Football League 1987, a grand final. 12 months ago, United got away to a brilliant start, kicked 7 goals before Eaglehawk really knew they were on the field. Siren's about to blow. Umpire holds the ball aloft, and the 1987 Bendigo Grand Final is underway, with Threlfall ready to put that ball to turf, and it's the Swallows and the Hawks. United and the 2 Blues, and Eaglehawk got the first tap away, and Findlay has got the chance to run the ball on the half-forward line. In goes Northern United player that time in Muir. He can't pick it up. It comes across toward Big Crone, and Crone kicks down toward the forward pocket, but a poor kick has gone over the line on the full.
Good positive start from Eaglehawk. Robbie O'Connell looks as if he's lining up centre half forward, either that or changing ruck rover and a half forward flank.
Dennis Higgins providing special comments, ex-coach of Eaglehawk, steer them to a flag, as I mentioned earlier. And it's going to be United with Ronnie Couchman, come across from Sebastopol in the Ballarat League this year. He drives down the half-back flank on the grandstand side. Mountjoy is in there for Northern United. He can't pick it up, and taking the ball across the boundary line is Murray Collins for a throw-in. Of course, Murray Collins, one of the very popular players with Eaglehawk, and a real linchpin in that centre of the ground. Here's the throw-in. Up goes Crone. Another mighty thump from that player. O'Connell tackled without the ball. Rode was the offender, and O'Connell's got the kick.
Good decision from the umpire.
O'Connell's going to look toward Gilmore. Bad kick, though. It bounces poorly, and United come in and try and clear away on this occasion and do it well. The handball, a poor one, though, and the offender was Scott Langan. We're going to see a free down the field. Threlfall's picked something up here. It's going to go the way of Scott Langan. A little bit of interference there, and he's going to kick from the half-back flank on the broadcast side.
We're going to have some fun with the Threlfalls today. Rod and Ron, Shane, but that was Rod Threlfall there, and through centre field, a big kick from Scotty Langan, the Rookie of the Year, and Wayne Walsh takes a good mark at centre half-back for Eaglehawk. He'll be looking for a lead downfield. Goes for the handball, straight across to big Brendan Lloyd. Lloyd, the long bomb. Down to centre half forward. Scotty Langan in the van again, flies high. 2-fisted punch away. Across over to Mark Road. Mark Road punches clear. Gary Mountjoy, the evergreen Northern United centre man, tries to get the handball out. Gary Evans eventually tunnels it out. Brendan Mason, the high handball over to the big ruckman, David Ludeman. Widow-making type of handball that. Ludeman couldn't get it, and it looks like a throw. I'd say, Dennis, a throw against Scotty Langan.
The correct decision. Eaglehawk are going in very hard for the ball. Darby Munro's also up in the forward line, so a bit of experience up there. Good move from Eaglehawk.
Right, well, the ball's come back. Ron Threlfall, that's the smaller of the 2 Threlfall brothers, and the younger one, has brought the ball back. It's Brett Gordon to take the kick. He drives into the forward line, looking for Gilmore. There's Gilmore, and a great mark. Daryl Gilmore taking the first big mark of the day. Fell rather heavily too, but looks like he'll be able to get up and take the kick.
Beautiful positive lead from Daryl Gilmore. He's a very good player if he's leading straight and hard. Took the catch very nicely. Beautiful pass though from Brett Gordon.
Very nice pass indeed. Daryl Gilmore. Now this is the player that Eaglehawk needs firing. 114 games, Daryl Gilmore. He's ready to take this shot for goal. Get 2 or 3 quick goals, Daryl Gilmore, and Eaglehawk will be right in this grand final. Gilmore taking his time here. Lines up the goals at the city end. Very deliberate in his actions, Gilmore. In he comes now. About 35, 40 metres out. It's home all right. That's the first goal of the grand final to Eagle.
Like music that swings, so do I. So do I.
All appearing live at the all-new Malmesbury Hotel Motel Coach Room. Phone 232322.
There's the bounce in the centre. United have got the, Eaglehawk have got the first goal of the day. United yet to score. Eaglehawk kicking to the city end and coming into attack, looking for Gilmore again. As the ball punched away this time, though. Well played, Miles. And the ball spills out to the half-back flank on the far side of the ground, or the outer side. It is over for a throw-in.
Darryl Gilmore's down behind the play. Looks as if he may have injured his ankle rather severely. The trainers are out there. I'm not sure that he'll be able to participate.
That's bad news for Eaglehawk supporters. Their key full forward in a lot of agony down there. United are going to run the ball away from this skirmish, and Eddie Shields goes onto the left foot with a kick down toward the half-back line. Good handball, brings United into the game. Couchman into the centre. Evans misses what he should have got, and Eaglehawk do it well. Well run from the centre of the ground that time, and a long kick from McIver down toward half-forward. Crone the target. Findlay tackle without the ball. No free kick. Ball spills to the ground, and Shields is going to take it again here for United. Hasn't got too many options to give it to, though, so plays for the boundary line. And it's as though there's about 30 seconds to go in the grand final, the way that kick was delivered, and it's going to go over for a throw-in.
Darryl Gilmore's still in the hands of the trainers. He looks to be in a fair bit of trouble. Eaglehawk attacking the ball very hard.
There's the throw in now. It's half forward for the Eaglehawk side. Shields roads it well. Well played on that favoured left foot. Drives it down the wing. McIver versus Geary. McIver's got too much pace. Gets away. Well played. Brody the tackler. And he finds Shannon. And Shannon for Eaglehawk drives into the centre where Findlay's marked. And Eaglehawk moving the ball well in the early stages of the game. Now Findlay's going to go long. He'll be looking for a lead down here in the half forward line area. Yes. Good mark, that one for the Borough.
Peter Phillips.
For them by Phillips.
Peter Popeye Phillips, Shane. He has played with a few clubs around the area.
Well, he's almost close enough to score. He'll go to Crone. And the big fellow's taken a strong mark at the goal square.
Eaglehawk are very definite. Crone's marked strongly. Phillips marked strongly. Gilmore marked strongly. They look as if they were revved up and they're playing like it.
Here's the kick from Crone. 10 metres out. And he's through. No worries about that one. The Borough.
What can people do when they visit the Baroonga Sports Club? Well, there's golf, of course, or a few sets of tennis. Lunch or dinner in the bistro. For a great night out, they visit the restaurant, open for dinner every night but Monday, and live bands at the weekend. They'll certainly try their luck at the pokies with jackpots to go and enjoy the Friday night happy hour. I guess they all like the friendly atmosphere. Care to join them? Baroonga Sports Club, the friendly club.
Well, back at the QEO, and Eaglehawks jumped the favoured Swallows with the 2-goal break. Up goes big Brendan Lloyd, a big thump out down towards the far side wing. In the van there is Andrew Eagley. He drives downfield. Darryl Gilmore back just out of the hands of the trainers, but Joe Geary will run the ball away for Northern United up the far side wing. Down goes a Northern United player over on the far side. Shane, can you pick him up? The player is going to receive a free kick. I think he was pushed out by Wayne Walsh.
Yes, could be one of the Langan boys for mine. Richard out there. Might be Reese Langan.
Reese Langan.
Thank you, Dennis. Reese Langan it is. Half-back flank on the outer side of the ground.
Right, well, Reese Langan looking for a lead further upfield from the Northern United players who are yet to register a score. The ball's high in the air. The pack flies. A big pack over the top. David Luneman couldn't quite hold. An Eaglehawk player down on his knees will get the free kick. And that's Andrew Eagley. Takes the free kick for Eaglehawk on the half-back flank, far side. A long kick down towards the half-forward line again. In the van this time, Allan Findlay. Strong play, Allan Findlay. Drives Eaglehawk forward again. Who's home here? There's a one-on-one contest there. Darryl Gilmore badly hampered by that angle, and Miles taps through a point.
Allan Findlay started very positively around the ground too. Eddie Shields has picked up 3 or 4 possessions already for Northern United.
Right, well, Miles drives back again after that point. Over the top is punched by Joe Geary. The ball trickles out of bounds on the far side. Eaglehawk leading 2 goals, 1-13. Northern United yet to trouble the scoreboard attendance.
Interesting to see Bert McIver's been given the job on Gerard Geary. Concentrates hard, should do the job.
Right, the ball's back into play from that boundary throw. Umpire's picked out a 3 kick, paying the advantage rule. Through the field goes Andrew Eagley. He's picked up a few possessions, Dennis, early on. Over the top of Miles. Mark Road backs up. Will drive out now towards the grandstand wing, looking for Gary Evans. Gary Evans not there. Andrew Shannon almost took a fingertip mark. Evans butters up, goes for one bounce, loves a run along the QEO, does Evans. 2 bounces, Evans, 3 bounces. Looking up forward, this is United's first positive move. Who's there? Lloyd goes up one-handed, snares the ball, puts it out to Peter Rogerson. Rogerson looking on the boundary line for Shannon, but just in front of Shannon and out of bounds.
Good strong defence from Eaglehawk. Good to see young Lloyd get up there and get his hand on the ball. Jared Geary gets his hand on the ball. He'll kick a goal.
Marlowe takes the free kick and finds Reece Langan. He's almost at centre half forward. This is about as far as United have got the ball down the ground so far. Reece Langan's long kick will be looking for Jared Geary. He couldn't take the mark. Ball to the ground. Snapshot by Barnes looks okay. I think that's rolled through at the far end. Yes, it has. And United have got their first of the day.
Barnes had an uncanny game last year, and that's not a bad start this year.
He's a great player, Tony Barnes, and Northern United are 1 goal straight. Eaglehawk are 2 goals won, and certainly a ferocious start by the Borough.
Yes, a great start by the Borough. Gary Evans set the play up actually by taking a chance of running down originally down the wing.
Eaglehawk have been doing most of the good work in the ruck, and let's see how Lloyd goes this time. He's up against big Bluey Southcombe. Southcombe wins it only as far as Dorrington for Eaglehawk. He can't get his kick away, and Southcombe wins it to Mountjoy. Well tackled, goes to Evans, and then spills across field now to Joe Geary. And Geary, a good pass. Looking down here for Barnes, up goes Brodie. And Brodie's taken a beautiful mark on the half-forward line for the Northern United side. United are 1 goal and Eaglehawk are 2-1. We've played for 9 minutes of the opening quarter here. And let's have a look at Brodie now. He will kick from inside 50 metres, probably about 45 metres from goal, and on very little angle to speak of. Young Mark Brodie, only 18 years of age, and the right foot drop punt looks beautiful off the boot. It's gone right through the centre, and there's United's 2nd goal to Mark.
We are special, just like you at Michael Tyndall's Pharmacy.
Yes, you really are special. And because of your valued support, Michael Tyndall's Pharmacy are offering you a chance to win a fantastic trip for 2 to Singapore, including accommodation flying British Airways. Simply fill in an entry form for every $20 purchase. But be quick, the trip will be drawn in-store on the 30th of November.
We are special, just like you at Michael Tyndall's Pharmacy.
Bounce in the centre, and United have got it out again. Shields having a great first quarter. Play on called the umpire. It's going to go down toward the half-forward line where Eaglehawk should bring it away. Tracy Wilson, well done. He brings it wide looking for Shannon, and Shannon does his first positive thing for the day and takes a good mark half-back flank on the grandstand side in front of Marlowe. He'll look down for Crone. Oh, Crone's marking everything coming his way at the moment. Beautiful mark in front of Southcombe and Joe Geary, and he'll go down looking here for Murray Collins. And Findlay and Collins, no communication there, and United chipped in and took the good mark through Scotty Langan. And Scotty Langan, the rookie of the year's away. Long bomb looking for Jared Geary. Also in that pack was Barnes. Ball thumped away, comes to Lloyd. Lloyd doesn't know which way to go. Well done, they got away from 2 United players and drove long. He'll be looking down here for Phillips, who got up well. Couldn't take the mark. Ball spills where Ninger O'Connell's got a chance. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. In came Dorrington, but the ball spills out. Well played, United. And Miles is going to bring it away toward the far side. Ludeman and Reece Langan, the targets out there. Reece Langan goes in. He can't pick it up. On his hammer is Andrew Everly, and the ball's gone over the line for a throw in.
Good positive work in defence again from Eaglehawk. They seem to be punching much more strongly from behind than they were the last time the 2 sides met.
The ball's thrown in on the Bar's wing. Up they go in the air. That's a free kick from a bit of a scrimmage on the ground. Bluey Southcombe's in there. The Eaglehawk player who's coming away with the ball with a free kick, though, is the wingman, Andrew Everly. Goes for a little chip pass. Up they go, and it's taken down by Wayne Walsh. Wayne Walsh will get the ball. We'll have to come back and play over the mark, though. Wayne tried the opportunist run on then, but umpire Ron Threlfall said, come back, Wayne. He's passed over to Andrew Shannon. Andrew Shannon's second touch in the last minute or so of play. Goes for a long, low pass, and he's found Peter Crone, and Big Crone's marked.
15-metre penalty.
Centre-half forward position. Crone's down. Rodney Threlfall says you've got 15, Peter.
Good positive work again with the passing from Eaglehawk. Many of the viewers may not understand the rule regarding playing on from the mark. You cannot play on from the mark once the ball's gone over the mark.
Crone shot for goal, Dennis, and it's poked it through the middle. No error there. Peter Crone's 2nd goal and Eaglehawk's 3rd.
The Laley Lotus Tedder hay rake teds and spreads hay and forms and turns windrows. Tedding hay gives quick, even drying and dramatically reduces the time before baling. A 5-minute adjustment operation converts the machine into a rake. The rear cage forms rounded, fluffy windrows, dramatically increasing baling speed, and nylon tips eliminate damage to leafy crops. Make hay with Laley. Your Laley dealers are Cam Thompson at East End Garage Kyabram and Lindsay Schultz at Schultz Machinery, Murrabit and Carray.
And after the bounce in the centre, there's the scoreboard. Borough 3-1, United 2 goals.
Peter Crane started off brilliantly. 5 kicks and 3 marks and looks really good.
Here's Evans for United. He drives it down the grandstand wing, but in most of the 2-hour duel so far, the Borough have had the edge. Collins beat Marlowe for that one, and a little bit lucky to get away with it. The picture told the story, and it's going to be Murray Collins, wing position, grandstand side, looking for Ninger O'Connell. Strong mark in front of Ronnie Couchman.
Surely that should have been a 15-metre penalty, although the umpire's doing very well.
Ninger O'Connell, forward of the wing, but not quite half forward flank, centres the ball. He'll be looking for Crone. Geary got one a little high for mine. No free kick. Ludeman goes in, hand passes to Rode, and he comes wide under pressure. Ronnie Couchman in front. Tap down goes to Shannon. Good handball to Findlay, but then put him under pressure. Findlay could have been away, but the tackling was great. Shields right in on top and having a good first quarter.
It was a great tackle. Shields is playing well. Andrew Shannon looks very hesitant.
4 kicks to Shields in this first quarter, and the pass is pinpoint to Geary. And Geary gets away for the first time from Bert McIver and takes a good mark. Half forward flank grandstand side. United attacking the Barnard Street or Northern end. Long Geary kick. Lloyd's in there. It bounces free. Who can pick it up here? There's a scrimmage around the ball. Mountjoy's in there. Tackle without it. Still no free kick. Lloyd trying to pick up for the Borough. He can't do so. And we're going to see it balled up only about 25 metres out here from the Northern United goal. Great start from the Borough. The 19 leading Northern United 12.
Eaglehawk still getting the numbers at the ball.
Ludeman goes up, loses out again to Lloyd, tap down. Here come the Borough again. Down the wing position, looking for Ninger O'Connell. Good, solid effort in front of Couchman. A little bit lucky, I thought, Couchman. He gets it to Geary. Beautiful tackle on Geary.
Great tackle, and the tackling's been good from both sides.
Well played, McIver. On to Findlay, who should get away here. Does Shannon Shepherd. Findlay's got pace anyway. Burning Findlay, puts it to Phillips. If the ball bounces, he'll kick a goal. In comes Scott Langan. No one's touched that. It's gone through. Inexperience.
That was inexperience, but it was brilliant play from Allan Findlay. Allan Findlay's really on fire. Played a poor game last year's grand final, but looks as if he's got his game together today.
Well, he's already had 3 kicks as Allan Findlay. There's the replay on your screen. 1 bounce, 2 bounces, 3 bounces. Through it went, and Allan Findlay's got a goal there. Alan Beasley, let's go down to you in the ground area.
Has a sprained ankle, Shane. He's getting heavily strapped up now, and he will be back on the field shortly.
Okay, Daryl Gilmore, I think the news was there, and Crone receives another big knockout here from Big Lloyd. They're winning in the ruck, Eaglehawk. It comes down to Findlay again. He's burning. Wide handball looking for O'Connell. Couchman judged it better, though, and United move back into attack. Long kick from Couchman. Lucky bounce favours Brodie. Out come the Borough through Mackinder. Good play. Kicks off the ground into the direction of Darren Thompson. He's away now, and Darren Thompson onto that favoured left foot kicks long to an open half-forward line, but it may bounce past all players and go over for a throw-in.
Yes, it'll be a throw-in on the far side, getting down towards the old Melbourne scoreboard on the city end of the oval, Dennis.
And it's a good standard of game, Richard and Shane. The tackling's great, the foot passing's great.
Eaglehawk look like they've got another tap out there, dominating in the ruck duel so far. Marlowe comes away with the ball, only a little chip kick. Who's there? No one. Looks like Darren Thompson again. Comes through the pack, a handball over to O'Connell. O'Connell's found a teammate in here. I think it's Shannon, got away from Evans, over the top of all players again, punched away cleverly there by the United defender, but there's no one home here. Over the shoulder shot by Peter Phillips, who's doing a good job on that half-forward flank. A point to Peter Phillips, and Eaglehawk moves to 4-2. 4-2-26, and Northern United 2 goals, no behinds, 12 points.
And we might see an Eaglehawk interchange here very shortly. We'll keep an eye on that. There's the kick out. Up in front was Ronnie Couchman. Beautiful mark over the back, that one. And it was Gary Mountjoy, seasoned campaigner in Bendigo footy. Right foot drop punt, comes to the wing position, grandstand side. Leading in the race for the ball here will be Northern United. They can't pick it up on this occasion, though. Andrew Shannon's got the chance, yes. Luck favouring the Borough, stayed inside, and Shannon kicks to an open forward line. Crone, can he run onto the ball? In there too for the Borough that time was young Andrew Gibbs, who's on the ground. It's going to spill here for Thompson. Across to Brett Gordon. He passes 30 yards back. Finds Lloyd. He will go with a bomb. He's going to drop it in the goal square, unfortunately, for Eaglehawk supporters. Road drops what he should have taken there, but will get a free kick for a push in the back. And United's defence under plenty of pressure.
The free kick was there, actually, but Mark Road looks a little bit suspect in the back line, and Eaglehawk looking really good at the moment.
And Phillips proving a real handful in that forward line with his pace.
Yes, he's also a very good marker of the ball, Shane. He's not a bad footballer, Peter Phillips.
Well, Gary Evans has got the ball for United, drives out to the wing, wrong player though. Darby Munro's got it, drives up forward, and there's Robert O'Connell. Well in front of Couchman on 3 occasions this quarter, Dennis. O'Connell will take the long shot. Here comes Robert O'Connell, played 246 senior games. How's it look? It might be over the top of the pack. It is. Eaglehawk's 5th goal, kicked by Robert O'Connell. Just got over the top of Muir and Miles as they flew to knock that one away. And Eaglehawk away to a great start.
Well done.
At First Choice Furniture Stores, you'll get carried away.
You'll get carried
because
away.
you won't get better value anywhere.
First choice for comfort.
They've got the buying power of 80 independent stores.
And you won't get better value anywhere.
Oh, they really look after you.
Great quality.
At the right price.
They fix the finance.
Come and see us at First Choice Furniture Stores. You won't get better value anywhere.
First choice.
Brodie drives forward for Northern United as we come back in this thrilling first term. Darryl Gilmore's back on the field. David Ludeman, the player for United, having a long shot for goal. It's out of bounds on the full.
Terrible mistake from Brendan Mason. One of the best moves, I think, so far is Robert O'Connell. He's had 6 possessions so far, playing in the forward line.
Mark McIntyre
really
bursts
well.
away with the ball, Dennis. Drives down, will find Wayne Walsh. Takes the steady mark on the half-back line, Wayne Walsh. Turning in a fair performance, my word, so far this quarter. Tries to get the ball away, but Rod Threlfall says, no, Wayne, back you come.
Good idea, but illegal.
Tried another one, and Rodney Threlfall still not happy with that. Back it'll go to Wayne Walsh again. He did a little pass in, finds Thompson on his own. Grandstand wing, tackled hard there.
Great
dropped the ball. Great tackle, Tony Barnes will take the football as Eaglehawk leads by 20 points. Barnes will kick long for United, up towards the full forward end at the Barnard Street goal. Who's there for United? Oh, great mark in the pack. Brendan Mason, is it? Brendan Mason, the United coach, flew in the pack, took the mark and should kick this goal.
Just made up for his earlier mistake. A really good mark running backwards.
First touch for the day for Mason, apart from that spilled ball.
Okay, well, we're waiting for Brendan Mason. 6 senior games here for Northern United in the Bendigo League. Lining up very carefully, Mason. Very important shot this. About 15 metres out. It's made no difference. Gone right over the top of where the old sugar gum trees used to be at the back of the QEO. They've been removed. It might take a while to get that ball back, but it's a goal to Brendan Mason.
Brendan Mason placing himself at full forward. He hasn't been able to do all the track work during the year. He's had a couple of problems, and he could cause a few problems down there. He's very experienced.
And let's have a look at that mark again. Mason judged it beautifully. Geary, Rogerson, Ludeman around him, but Mason taking the mark and putting through his first goal with his first kick in the grand final. And it's United 3 goals straight now, 18. Eaglehawk 5-2-32.
There's one thing with Brendan Mason anyway. He's playing on Peter Rogerson, so he'll know he's been playing by the end of the game.
Certainly, that's right. Okay, well, we thought this might happen in the grand final. The ball's gone right over the top, and a replacement ball is being brought back from the timekeeper's box.
Leading possession getters for Northern United at this stage are Shields and also Scotty Langan and Joe Geary having a good quarter, whilst for Eaglehawk, Peter Crone starring, Robbie O'Connell and Andrew Shannon doing well.
The one that's a bit slow off the mark for United at this stage, Gary Mountjoy, but no doubt he'll get into it.
Up they go in the air. One again by this time from Eaglehawk was Brendan Gleeson. Northern United, however, drives the ball forward. Up they fly. Who can be in there for United? Jared Geary's got it. He'll swing onto the left foot. Looking out there for Gary Evans. Almost took it, but ticked off the ground very cleverly by Allan Findlay.
Great play from Allan Findlay. Gary Evans just couldn't quite make it. Allan was very positive again.
Couldn't quite get there. The ball will come into play in front of the South Bendigo rooms. The ball's thrown high in the air. Big Ludeman up there. Over the top goes Barnes. Barnes has got it down. Murray Collins, the Eaglehawk ball getters, on the bottom of the pack. Scooped away from him. It's tunnelled out towards the boundary line again. Brought back into play by Eaglehawk, and I think Eaglehawk will get the free kick. Yes, indeed they will. Ron Threlfall will give the free kick to Andrew Shannon, who... no, not to Shannon. It's Bert McIver. He'll drive down to centre half forward. High they fly up in the air, all the players. It's eluded them. Robert O'Connell in the van here for Eaglehawk. Tunnels it along the ground. Over to Andrew Eagley. Caught very high, Andrew Eagley. No free kick. Yes, there is.
There's free kick paid, and it was there.
Free kick to Andrew Eagley at centre half forward. Now, Eagley's a good kick of the football. Gilmore's back on the field, leading around in the full forward position. Got that ankle bandage off, but Eagley will take the shot. Won't quite make the distance. Ball short in at full forward. Lloyd, the flyer, couldn't quite hold it. Cleared away by Bluey Southampton. Smothered and over the line.
Good smother from Darby Munro, one of the best smothers in the game, certainly in the Bendigo League.
Well, the scoreboard has United down by 14 points at the 23-minute mark of the first quarter. And we're going to see a free kick now come Tony Southcomb's way in that back pocket position, and he's going to go short with a kick to the half-back flank where a quiet Ian Marlowe is going to take the mark. And quite a few of United's prime movers in this opening term have been quiet. Marlowe elects to kick with a drop punt down that half-back flank area. Mountjoy picks up beautifully. Good play. Spears the hand pass across and the United machines away. Joe Geary in toward the centre. Reece Langan, great mark. Gets away from Wayne Walsh and goes long. The target here will be Barnes over the back. He couldn't take the mark. 2-on-2 here. It's flicked out the back. Might be ready-made for Barnes, who kicks off the ground towards Shields. Now Shields got the pace. Finlay's quicker. No push in the back paid. Good umpiring. Ludeman's in there. Taps out. Barnes tried but couldn't beat Mackinder. Great effort, Mackinder. Then he loses it to Shields. Interesting passage of play to Mason. Mason's kicks a shocker. Lands in the square. Dumped through by the Borough defenders for just the one behind.
Good play by Eaglehawk defence, and Bert McIver punching it on was a good idea under pressure.
Plenty of pressure on in this grand final. Both defences subject to it. And the kick-out's going to come, but not before the umpire says bring it back. The goal umpire hadn't finished waving his flag on that occasion. Eaglehawk 5-2-32, United 3-1-19.
Murray Collins is another one of the on-ball players who played poorly in last year's final and looks to be in better touch today.
Great lead from Dorrington. Marks after the kick-out and gets the ball moving across quickly this time toward Gibbs, who's on the ground. He gets it and pass back to Dorrington. And Dorrington's away toward half forward. Lloyd just can't reach the ball. O'Connell having a great turn. Gets away from Couchman again and drives into a very open forward line. Leading in the race for the ball, Brett Gordon. In there too is Road for United. He wins the battle, gets away from Darby Munro. Doesn't know whether to hand pass or not. Bad one to Joe Geary. Put him under lots of pressure, onto Marlowe. And Marlowe's cleverness gets him away. And he places the pass into Bluey Southcombe, who marks in front there of O'Connell. Good handball, and Joe Geary gets the Swallows running. Down the grandstand wing looking for Eddie Shields, who accepts the mark. And Shields has got it outside 50 metres, half forward flank grandstand side. He goes for a poor pass. And this has been indicative of United's play in the first quarter. There's a push in the back.
Gary Mountjoy, I think. Yes, it is.
You're spot on, Richard. Mountjoy, the Eaglehawk player in Rogers at that time, came in crudely over the top of him. And Mountjoy's going to have a shot for goal from 45 metres out, and he'll be as good here as directly in front. And the way Mountjoy kicks, he shouldn't have too many worries about putting this one through. Hasn't had too many possessions in this opening quarter, Mountjoy. Let's have a look now at the right foot kick. He doesn't miss too many under pressure, there's Mounty, and that's no exception. And United have got goal number 4 here at the QEO in the Bendigo League Grand Final.
Gary Mountjoy certainly is a really good footballer. I thought the Eaglehawk tackling player then was a bit stiff, but anyway, Shields probably of the Northern United players is the one that's kept them in the game around the packs.
As we look at the scoreboard, Eaglehawk 5-2-32 lead Northern United 4-1-25 in a thrilling first term. Eaglehawk got the jump. United coming back. Ball down in the middle of the field. Up goes Ludeman and Gleeson. Ludeman got the tap. Over to Gary Mountjoy, the last goal kicker. He's on the bottom of the pack as always. Gets the ball away. Big Ludeman's got it. Intercepted in midair by Rogerson, who thumped it away. Thumped back again then by Russell Muir, I think it is, up here, following his man up into the centre of the field. Another scrimmage. Darby Munro comes away with the ball. Handballs it out loose. Big Lloyd in the van here. Can't take it. Big Ludeman from North United did. Left footer from Gary Mountjoy, marked in defence by Bert McIver, who's doing a sterling job up there. Handball by Peter Rogerson. Through comes Andrew Shannon, beating Evans at the moment on that wing. Drives it in, and a good mark taken by Eaglehawks.
Brilliant ball skills shown by Andrew Shannon then, and good play from Peter Rogerson out of defence.
Right, well, Brett Gordon for Eaglehawk drives his side down into attack. Punch clear by Couchman, finds Gary Mountjoy, drives up into the middle, no one home for Northern United. Chase on here, through the pack comes Joe Geary, is it? No, it's Tony Keeley, and clearing kick away taken by Darby Munro. Munro drives down for United. Big Crone in the van here. Surprising pace by the big fella, who's turned in a good first quarter. He gets around the 2 tackling Northern United players, puts the ball back into forward. Gilmore got the chance here. Oh, well done. Well done there, Mountjoy. Got the handball away, and Northern United clears. There'll be a downfield free there. A late tackle on a Northern United player clearing away from defence.
And I'm sure our viewers wouldn't have missed that one. We don't have to say too much more about it. Brendan Mason's got it, wing position on the outer or barred side. He goes long, a little bit of pushing and shoving in the air there. The offender was Eaglehawks, Tracy Wilson, but they're going to take the mark at the back anyway, the Borough. And they're doing well in this first quarter. Allan Findlay having a picnic. will be the recipient of 15, 20, 25, 30. Wouldn't mind buying real estate from an umpire. Let's jot him down in the book, umpire Threlful. And Findlay goes long to centre half forward. Ludeman misjudged it, goes over all players. Out goes Miles. United's defence beginning to settle down and look a little bit better. Miles kick a poorly placed one, and it's marked out there by Darren Thompson. He goes inboard, and the Borough's running again. Gordon long, looking for his captain coach O'Connell. No, couldn't get it on the second bite. Marlowe's in there when the ball spills. It comes to the ground. Eaglehawk numbers at the ball again. Kick off the ground by Scott Langan, having a good term. He goes wide to Tony Keeley of Northern United. And the speedster drives into what a very open centre diamond area. Out come the Borough defenders. They overrun it. And this lets them in through Brodie. Beautiful pick-up. He's got Reece Langan, or he's got Barnes leading. No, he ignores all those players and goes for Southcombe. It goes to the back of the pack. Who's got the pace? Southcombe. Brilliant kick off the ground. Goal to Northern United.
Might have been Tony Barnes, we think, Shane. We think Tony Barnes was the one with the pace and just got the 1 foot to it. It'll be interesting to see that one on replay. Here it comes now. The ball cleverly picked up by Mark Brodie. Left foot, good skills, Mark Brodie. Drives into the goal square. Up they go, over Bluey's head. Ball's trickling loose. I think it might be Barnes. Yes, Barnes got the right foot to it, and Bluey said, that's a goal. Thank you very much.
And he was very happy too.
Good play from young Brodie through the midfield again.
Well, the United have drawn back this deficit now. We are 28 minutes into the opening quarter, and Northern United 5-1-31 trail the Borough 5-2-32, and United win the tap away again. Down to Mountjoy, beginning to become busy. He goes to Geary, great mark. Oh, flew like a swan, did Geary. United look to me as though they're settling down after the Borough's initial onslaught. And Gerard Geary will kick from right on 50 metres and will go very close. He's a beautiful kick at the footy as Gerard Geary. Right foot drop punt. Going to go very close. Southcombe, no beaten on this occasion. Good mark, Mackinder. Mackinder, a great mark. Got in front of Southcombe and saying to the umpire, come on, Bluey, back you go. And Bluey has to go back and doesn't enjoy it much either. The lead comes wide from Gordon. Brett Gordon gets a bad bounce. And United butter up again. Reece Langan, poor pass, straight down Wayne Walsh's throat. And Walsh will go wide. Good ground being made up there by Murray Collins, who's got the mark. Or is it Darren Thompson out there? The Borough have got possession.
Murray Collins.
It is Collins. Thank you, Richard. He gets away. Good effort to tackle by Couchman. Collins. Oh,
it's down the field. Darryl Gilmore's
downfield. And look who's got it. Thank you very much. Darryl Gilmore, Esquire. And you couldn't have a better player in country football shooting from 35 metres out.
No, Darryl's a pretty good shot for goal. It's interesting to see Northern United have given away a fair few 15-yard penalties. Everybody probably would have thought it would have been the opposite to that.
Gilmore shooting for his second goal of the day. Went off with a bad ankle. He's back on the ground. Not many would expect him to miss it. Right foot drop punt is home for all money. And the Borough have got number 6. It's been a great first quarter. They're 38, leading United 31.
Darryl Gilmore converted, but certainly the ankle doesn't look to be all that good. One player who's really setting Eaglehawk up, I think he seems to be getting out in his own out in the wing, is Murray Collins. And I don't know how many possessions he's had, but he looks to be in pretty good touch.
Yes, a good quarter from Murray Collins. You're quite right there, Dennis. Meanwhile, the ball's back in the centre again. A great first quarter of action here in the Bendigo Football League Grand Final. Central Victoria's premier event in sport, and you're seeing it live through the cameras of TV8 in Central and, of course, in the Gippsland area. Now the ball comes to the ground. In goes Collins again. Oh, well played, Darby Munro, trying to get the hand pass over the top to Collins. Marlowe of Northern United bursts through and drives toward Barnes, who tripped over. Tracy Wilson's got the minding job there, and the ball spills over the boundary line for a throw in.
Don't know whether Barnes really has thrown off the effects of that groin injury, Dennis. He seemed to be a little bit hesitant. I know he's got 2 goals so far, but he was a little bit hesitant in his chase for the ball there.
Yes, he's still probably suffering the effects. Tracy Wilson, one thing for sure, he will always be close to him.
Right, up the ball goes now. South Bendigo room side. Here's Brendan Mason in with a chance. Spins round beautifully. Mason will line up from 30 metres. Pings for goal, and he's just offline, Mason. A point only to the Northern United coach. Got away well, spun beautifully, had a shot for goal, but just a little bit offline, and there's the siren for the end of the first quarter.
And at quarter time, let's check the scoreboard for you. Eaglehawk 6-2-38, leading Northern United 5-2-32. And we'll have statistical information when we return shortly here on Bendigo Football League Grand Final Day.
Maryboroug's annual Golden Wattle Festival is now on. There's Highland dancing and sporting events, and Maryborough has the shopping centre for you. FV Treble Watchmakers and Jewellers have a wonderful selection of gifts and jewellery. They specialise in antique clocks, so take your antique clocks in now. Chris Bradley's Guardian Pharmacy offer quality Kodak overnight colour processing at a flat rate, only $10.99. Plus 24 customers have a chance to win $100 in Kodak's Melbourne Cup photo finish competition. George Taylor Stores in High Street stock a large range of hardware, camping and disposal lines, along with kitchen and giftware, tools, work clothes and boots. Take 10 minutes to have a good look round. They've got the lot. Eileen's Frog Salon in Nolan Street have new season spring arrivals and accessories, along with bridal hire. They also stock a range of hosiery, underwear, maternity and after 5 wear. Live Right Electrics are your better appliance centre for fridges, videos, TVs, freezers and small appliances. Pop in and see Colin or Peter for a better deal. Maryborough, the home of the Golden Wattle Festival.
It's unbreakable. The brilliant Arco Steel vacuum flask. Accidents will happen, but when they do, good as new. The inside story is high-grade stainless steel. Inside too, allowing a 10-year guarantee. 2 sizes cater for every family. Liquids stay cool or hot hour after hour, and wide pouring lip takes ice cubes. Look for it. The vacuum flask with the superiority you expect from the makers of fine Arco Steel stainless steel cookware. Arco Steel. Quality products at affordable prices.
For the things you want now, do it now. Go Northwest. Northwest Country Credit can offer you a low 17% per annum interest loan for new cars, home improvements or land. There are no ongoing charges, no early payout fees, and we can give you an on-the-spot answer. This is a limited offer, so go Northwest Country Credit and do it now for your 17% per annum interest loan. Where do you go?
You go Northwest!
This 1894 Eaglehawk side won all 16 premiership matches, defeating 3 combined sides from Maryborough, Echuca and Bendigo associations. VFL club Essendon were runners-up to the borough in 1894. Back in 1935, Eaglehawk were coached by Eric Fleming, and then in 1941, the premiership team included their present-day mayor, Councillor Jack Taylor. And remember back to 68, and the borough are back in the finals action after an 11-year stint in the doldrums. 68, another premiership year in the borough.
We are back here on Bendigo Football League Grand Final Day at the Queen Elizabeth Oval, sun-drenched Queen Elizabeth Oval. Really, it's a magnificent side here. The crowd has built up excellently in the last half hour. I was just a shade disappointed with the crowd at about 1:30, but I'd say the crowd now is equal to most of the grand finals in recent years, though possibly not as good as last year's crowd at this point. I think at this stage we might have a look at the highlights of the first term where Eaglehawk looked the better.
Drives into the forward line, looking for Gilmore. There's Gilmore and a great mark, Darryl Gilmore. Very deliberate in his actions, Gilmore, and he comes now. About 35, 40 metres out. It's home all right. That's the first goal of the grand final to Eaglehawk's Darryl Gilmore. A few clubs around the area.
Well, he's almost close enough to score. He'll go to Crone. Here's the kick from Crone, 10 metres out. And he's through. He's almost at centre half forward. This is about as far as United have got the ball down the ground so far. Reece Langan's long kick will be looking for Gerard Geary. He couldn't take the mark. Ball to the ground. Snapshot by Barnes looks okay. I think that's rolled through at the far end. Yes, it has. And United have got their first of the day. Go Geary. And Geary, a good pass. Looking down here for Barnes. Up goes Brodie. And Brodie's taken a beautiful mark on the half forward line. Brodie, only 18 years of age. And the right foot drop punt looks beautiful off the boot. It's gone right through the centre. And there's United's second goal to Mark Brodie. He should get away here. Does Shannon Shepherd. Findlay's got pace anyway. Burning Findlay. Puts it to Phillips. If the ball bounces, he'll kick a goal. In comes Scott Langan. No one touched that. It's gone through.
That was inexperienced, but it was brilliant play from Allan Findlay.
Allan can't pick it up on this occasion, though. Andrew Shannon's got the charge.
Barnes will kick long for United, up towards the full forward end at the Barnard Street goal. Who's there for United? Oh, great mark in the pack. Brendan Mason, is it? For Northern United in the Bendigo League. Lining up very carefully, Mason. Very important shot this. About 15 metres out. Made no difference. Gone right over the top of where the old sugar gum trees used to be at the back of the QEO.
He goes for a poor pass, and this has been indicative of United's play in the first quarter. There's a push in the back. There are too many possessions in this opening quarter, Mountjoy. And let's have a look now at the right foot kick. He doesn't miss too many under pressure, there's Mounty, and that's no exception. And United have got goal number 4, a beautiful pick-up. He's got Reece Langan, or he's got Barnes leading. No, he ignores all those players and goes for Southcombe. It goes to the back of the pack. Who's got the pace? Southcombe. Brilliant kick off the ground. Goal for Northern United.
Might have been Tony Barnes, we think.
Well, a great first quarter of action here. And at quarter time, repeating of Bendigo's Queen Elizabeth Oval. Eaglehawk 6-2-38. Northern United 5-2-32. And I think we'll look at goal kickers in a moment, because we had quite a spread of goal kickers in that first quarter. And there's the overall statistics too. And Dennis, you might like to give us a quick comment on those.
Yes, well, they're indicative of the game so far. It's been a very even game, very high standard game. Kicks obviously pretty even there. Handball's pretty even. I'd say there's a slight breeze going with Eaglehawk now, so probably Eaglehawk the equivalent of being 2 or 3 goals in front.
I was surprised with those tap-outs. I thought Eaglehawk would have been ahead in the tap-outs, Dennis. Well, there's the goal kickers. For Eaglehawk, we've got Peter Crone's got 2 goals. Daryl Gilmore's got 2. There should be another one up there for Daryl Gilmore. He's got 2. Robert O'Connell's got 1. And Allan Findlay, that great bouncing goal. For the United side, Tony Barnes has got 2, including that great one off the ground. 1 to Mason, 1 to Brodie, and 1 to Mountjoy.
And Alan Beasley, what did the coaches have to say at quarter time?
Well, Robert O'Connell appeared for his players for more persistence. He said that's what's keeping them on the go at the moment, whilst Brendan Mason asked his players to give greater desire in attacking the ball. Shane?
Thanks, Bezzo, and repeating 1 goal in front, Eaglehawk at quarter time, and that's a great start for the Borough. O'Connell would have to be pretty pleased with that.
Yes, I think that'd be everything he'd wish for, and the reason for it is Robbie O'Connell himself. He's had 7 possessions. Crone's playing well and marking well. And Eaglehawk are in front in the marks. Eveley, Shannon, Finlay, those players, they're getting the ball around the packs. And, of course, Northern United usually cut sides to pieces around the packs.
Looking at the individual stats, Dennis, who were the players on either side who were dominating in that first term?
Well, as I mentioned, O'Connell, I mentioned the Eaglehawk players. Shields had 5 or 6 possessions for Northern United. Marlowe 6, Mountjoy 5, Langan 5. So it's Eaglehawk slightly in front across that centre line.
Now with Gilmore, that's going to be a key in this game. You had a good look at him when he came back onto the ground. Do you think he'll last the 4 quarters?
He looks a bit toey to me, but the wonders of modern medicine, they may help him out for the rest of the game.
Looking up there to the Barnard Street end, we've got the situation where Eaglehawk have got him 1 out down there with Miles. And if he's going to be proper, he's not going to win too many balls once it hits the ground, Dennis.
No, I think he'd be relying on the ball coming down very quickly and long so that he doesn't have to lead out too far.
Mountjoy began to have an influence only late in the quarter. Marlowe was another who only got them going late.
Yes, the last 10 minutes of the quarter, Marlowe and Mountjoy. And, of course, they're 2 of the players that are really the lifeblood of Northern United around the ground. They're so consistent and such good users of the ball.
Well, Allan Findlay, what a great quarter he had. He was one of the real dynamos of the Borough unit.
Yes, Allan Findlay is one of those players, if he happens to start off really well, he usually finishes the game on well. Last year he started very poorly and didn't have a good game at all, but he looks to be in touch today.
And none of the real physical bruising style that we've been used to when these 2 sides meet in grand final so far.
No, I thought there would have been a bit more fireworks, but the standard of football for everybody watching and for people watching on television, it's a very good standard of Australian rules football. So I think we'll trade that off as compared to the fisticuffs.
Well spoken, Dennis. Repeating at quarter time, the Borough by 1 goal. And on TV8, you're watching the Bendigo Football League Grand Final. Here's Bendigo advertiser, sporting editor Richard Jones.
Well, the ball's up in the air. Mark Road got the punch away there, a double-handed punch away. Gary Mountjoy left foots it into the forward line. Actually, Eaglehawk's got the advantage of the breeze this quarter with the Barnard Street end, but in defence for Eaglehawk is Bertie McIver. Played a great game back in 1984, was their best player. Mark McIntyre left foots it away. Oh, diving mark over on the far side of the ground. Ian Marlowe, the Northern United powerhouse, has got the ball. Drives in towards the half-forward line. Jared Geary one-handed. Out comes Tony Barnes. He was put down on the deck. Through goes Darren Thompson, I think it is, for Northern United. Thompson for Eaglehawks. Collins, sorry, Dennis, drove the ball clear, but United picks it up again through Marlowe. Into the centre of the field. Big Lloyd goes through. Also in there was Joe Geary, but Eaglehawk's got the advantage here up towards Peter Phillips. Ashley Miles, good defending run for the United side. Drives down towards the grandstand wing, and Darren Brooks, it is the player, interchange player for United. He's on the ground, has been since about halfway through the first quarter, I think. And Brooks will look for a play. Oh, poor kick into the man on the mark there. Well smothered Andy Shannon. Marlowe's got the chance here. Marlowe gets around an opponent. Can't get anything positive with the ball. And it's a stacks on the mill type operation there in the centre of the field. Rod Trelfel says it's mine, I'll bounce it.
And Dennis, keep an eye on proceedings, and we'll try and pick up who young Brooks has replaced early in the second quarter. We'll give you time just to have a look around the ground. There's the bounce down now, wing position, grandstand side. Lloyd for Eaglehawk wins it, but Shields of United rows it well and drives down looking for the half forwards here. Barnes got in front of Wilson, couldn't take the mark. Mason, well tackled, ball to the ground. Well played Rogerson of Eaglehawk, and he brings it away for the Borough, up looking for Crone. At the back of the pack, Walsh couldn't pick it up. Ball spills to the ground. The Langans are in there. And Northern United again leading in the race for the ball. Can they pick it up through Reece Langan? Having a little bit of problem. And we're going to see umpires sort of order out of chaos here. And we're going to see a bounce down. In fact, we might even see a free kick. Yes, a United free kick it is to Langan. He brings it down the grandstand wing. Geary flies. Couldn't take the mark. McIver playing him well today. Drives back the ball from whence it came. It bounces free. Chance for Gibbs. He's running. The pass to Gilmore, not a good one. Let's see Gilmore deliver it off to Welsh. Great footy. And Welsh's kick a bad one. Wouldn't even take a leg break in cricketing parlance. The Borough supporters were hoping it might. But it bounced truly and through for a behind. It's the Borough by 7 points.
Brilliant piece of play from Daryl Gilmore. Quick with the hands.
And there's Gibbs kicking out toward the half-back flank on the baths or outer side of the ground. And Joe Geary's got the mark out there. He plays it on to Mountjoy. Beginning to have an influence. Got a nice hefty bump there from Healey. Nothing illegal about that. And the ball's gone over the boundary line for a throw-in. We are 3 minutes into the second quarter of the grand final. And it's Northern United 5-2-32. The hot favourites down to Eaglehawk 6-3-39. And a scrappy passage of play sees Brian Dorrington end up with the ball there. He drives down looking for Walsh. Ball bounces free. Couchman spills it. It's on the ground. Chance now for Walsh again. Over to Munro. Well done, Darby Munro. The tackling was great by Ludeman. He gets it out wide to Lloyd. Lloyd's got two players to beat. Having a little bit of trouble with pace. It spills to the ground again. Through come the Borough. Dorrington. Oh, tough. Was he legged? Let's see what the umpire says. No, the tackle was fair. And it's going to be a United free kick down here in defence. And it's going to go to their plucky little rover in Eddie Shields.
Eddie Shields got the ball. Good decision there, Dennis. Eddie Shields got the ball in front of the scoreboard pocket. Good left footer down into the centre field. Who's home? Oh, Robert O'Connell. Good mark. Great game by the Eaglehawk coach today. O'Connell's got the ball. Directing play as the generally is. Points up forward. Oh, kicks it to the man on the mark. Second time in 2 minutes that's happened in this grand final. Through the pack comes Northern United. Drives down towards the far wing, but Shannon again. Shannon is in front of Brooks in this occasion. I think he might have replaced Evans.
Yes, Gary Evans is on the interchange. I don't know whether he's injured or just having a spell.
Evans is off. Shannon left foot. Oh, right into the full forward zone. Flyers needed here. Up day fly. Punched away from the pack. Roving well there as Northern United gets it out towards the boundary line. Ronnie Couchman. Good defensive play by the centre half back in the 21 players named this morning in the Comet All-Star side, and punches the ball clear out of bounds in front of the crowd on what used to be called a one-eyed hill. Up they fly. Big Crone and the big Ludeman. The umpires pulled a free kick out. I think it was going to go to Ludeman. He paid the advantage rule. The running players come down the ground for United. Reece Langan drives into centre half forward. Jared Geary, McIver spoiled almost. Geary's still in there with a chance of the ball. Loses his footing, falls over Geary, grabbed by Marlowe, who's been a most impressive player in the second term so far. But the umpire, Ron Trelfel, has picked the free out here. Ron Trelfel, his brother, indicating where the mark is.
Umpires have done well, but that was a poor decision.
Eddie Shields is the player with the ball, drives up forward. Oh, Barnes, very well. Perhaps a little bit lucky with the free kick on that occasion. Brendan Mason collected the football very quickly. He wants Barnes to have the football back. He said, that'll be a free kick to us. We'll take it, thank you. And Tony Barnes, about 40 metres out, inside the 50-metre line, and will take the shot for goal.
He's a beautiful kick of the football, Tony Barnes. There was contact made on the player. I suppose it could have been played. Eaglehawk supporters would have been wishing it hadn't.
Well, Barnes, it is the player lining up for the goal. It looks pretty good to us. It is indeed. The sign.
When the job in the garden needs a digger, a slasher, a trimmer or a trailer, hire from Eaglehawk Hire Service. If the job needs spraying, scaffolding, concrete, power, cleaning, shifting or lifting, hire from Eaglehawk Hire Service. There's tools for cutting down, cutting up and carting wood. And Eaglehawk Hire have workshop tools, welders, trenches and laser levels. Yes, specialist hire service from Eaglehawk Hire Service. Open 7 days a week at the rear of the Anger Park Service Station, Pegleg Road, Eaglehawk.
And after the bounce in the centre, it's 1 point the difference in the grand final. Scrappy passage of play. Lloyd bursts in across to Walsh, he couldn't pick up. Lloyd might have been tackled without the ball there. Umpire said, no, that's too ticky touch with the pay. And I'm going to ball it up again right in that centre circle. And the Queen Elizabeth Oval here, bathed in springtime sunshine. It's a glorious day for the grand final. A bad bounce there. Lloyd palms it down. Eaglehawks Rovers a bit quiet this quarter so far, and Dave Ludeman takes it now. Poorly placed kick, though, only as far as Murray Collins, who might be playing on a half-back line this quarter. He goes wide to Eagley. Pick up that move in a moment, Dennis. Eagley a good handball, and Gibbs is running. Is it going to bounce for him? He's got a few problems here. Hand passes back inboard. Don't know who to, though. And United kick off the ground. Dorrington tries to pick up. Now Keeley goes in for United. He does pick up. Handballs to Brodie. And Northern United are away. Brodie, a long kick down that far wing position. Geary flew from the back. He couldn't take the mark. The ball spills. Marlowe can't pick up either. Keeley's tackling was great. Umpire says, I'm not going to reward you. I'm going to ball it up instead.
Collins is on half-back flank wing after the ruck Rovers. Currently Marlowe. Brian Dorrington's in the centre tagging Gary Mantua.
Next, Dennis, there's the bounce down, just wide of the centre area, almost inside the diamond. Bounce down and Shields takes it. He's tackled. Collins goes in. He receives the same treatment. Now the Borough are able to bring it away. Well played, Brett Gordon. A long kick down to half forward. Bounces well for Crone. Can he break the tackles? No, he can't. United's defence has tightened right up down there. Well played. They hand pass out to Eddie Shields. He's having trouble getting away. It's a big melee of players around the ball, and eventually spills to Ronnie Couchman, who goes wide, looking for Marlowe. Collins thumps to the ground. Keeley butters up well for United. And number 36, Tony Keeley, drives down to Reece Langan, who misses what he should have taken. Having a bad day, and the Borough retrieve onto Rogerson in the centre. Rogerson looking for Gilmore. Passes too short, but Gilmore's skills are brilliant. Then he fumbles at the last moment. Gave him a rap and he let me down. Joe Geary goes in for United. So does Ninger O'Connell for the Borough. Can he pick up? Having a few problems. Playing for the free kick. It spills now to Munro. Oh, and unlike Darby Munro, he kicks poorly and it bounces over for a throw in.
Eaglehawk this quarter have had the two players you'd want running into open goals, Darby Munro and Wayne Walsh. Darby Munro is going to get another shot at it though.
Yes, he is. You're quite right, Dennis. And a little bit of pushing there as he kicked the ball, went down, and he's only 30 metres out. Wouldn't expect him to miss twice.
No, he kicks with a little left to right. He's a very good kick of the football.
Well, let's have a look. Beautiful kick, spot on, Dennis. He didn't let you down, and he's gone right through the centre.
Great cars at great prices with Cleland's.
Check this one-owner as-new 5-speed manual Holden Barina, or this 5-speed manual Sigma SE station wagon with air conditioning and in perfect condition. How's this 1985 XF Falcon sedan with all the wanted features, including power steering and low kilometres? Or this 5-speed manual Ford Econovan Maxi with low kilos? And this T-Bar Auto XD Falcon station wagon with S-Pack.
Talk to Cleland's for better deals on better cars. Cleland's, Swan Hill and Balranald.
Lloyd got a big thump out. There's the scoreboard. Borough by 7 points. They're in attack again. Can Shannon pick up? No, he can't. And Northern United clear away. Mark Road. He comes wide to the wing where Darren Brooks has got the mark. And number 17, Darren Brooks is flying down the wing with a long kick. He'll look for Southcombe, who's up on the pack. Geary in front, couldn't mark. Ball hits the ground. Marlowe's got front stalls. Barnes is in there too. Oh, Marlowe's pace is brilliant. Long hand pass toward the goal square. Geary was the target, but intercepting brilliantly with the Borough defenders. Tracy Wilson, good play. And one rushed Northern United behind.
I think Bert McIver actually put it out, but the tackling's been really fierce.
Bertie McIver was the player. Kick off then to Darren Brooks. Almost took the mark. Trying hard here is Andrew Eagley. Little chip pass up here. Oh, Mark Brodie's picked it up cleverly. Drives in short, and there's this coach. Brendan Mason waiting. Nice little pick up there by Mark Brodie. Captain the Melbourne under-19s, Dennis. Good skills, this fellow Brodie. Showed his form in that first quarter when he came bursting through and for a nice pass to a teammate.
Well, judging the way Dennis Higgins thinks of under-19 football, Jonesy, I don't think that would really worry Dennis, would it?
Well, it's not a big rap for players leaving early. Anyway, Mason's coming in for a shot. He's missed it though, Mason. It's offline, Mason. He's kicked 1 goal, 2 for the grand final.
I'm not a big rap for under-19 football, but young Brodie's a smart little operator.
And let's have a look at the major goal kickers for United. Barnes has got 3, and for the Borough, Gilmore and Crone have got 2 goals apiece.
Right, well, the ball's back into play on the far wing. Northern United again. Marlowe doing a power of work. Gets it away here to Brodie again, I think it was. Having a long shot. Oh, good mark in defence. Mark McIntyre just right on that point line. And McIntyre's played a sterling game of defence. Long torpedo punt out onto the far side. That fly in the air, punched away by the... oh, good play, United. Picked up by Nugget Dorrington. Nugget Dorrington drives up into the vacant half-forward line again, but Scotty Langan it was, the Rookie of the Year, relieves for Northern United. Solid defence and takes it down.
On the full.
Takes it out of bounds on the full. Eaglehawk with the ball. Looking up here for Finlay. Finlay's got it. Good game from Finlay today. As Dennis said in his summary at quarter time, Finlay has really played well today.
Collins has had a really good second quarter so far.
Finlay's got the ball. Drives to centre half forward. O'Connell, a bit of pushing and shoving there. The umpire's pulled one out. Yes, indeed.
That was the original blind Freddie could have seen that one.
Right, so North United's got the ball. Drive down here to Reece Langan. Reece Langan onto the left foot. Carlton's got him in line for next year. Oh, Geary flies one-handed. Almost pulled in a beauty. Relieved again, though, by... I think it's Collins, is it, for Eaglehawk? He's driven the ball out wide, and there's been a fair bit of play. The patrons on the far side of the ground seeing plenty of the action.
I must comment on Bert McIver. Jared Geary's been flying for the ball a lot, but McIver's been going with him every time.
Playing an excellent game, Bertie McIver. Ball comes down to Northern United. Driven back again into the forward line. Tony Barnes not quite there in position this time.
McIver.
And McIver again playing a fine game at centre half back. Might have been Thompson. No, McIver will stay with that. Here we go again. Northern United handballs out of the pack. Here's Mason, got the chance now. Mason could kick it long, goes for the handball instead. Brodie in the van, picks up. We'll go with the right footer this time, Brodie. No one home for United, and Mark McIntyre will see the ball trickle out of bounds.
Brendan Mason's releasing the ball pretty early under pressure.
Yes, interesting comment, actually. And another comment I'd like you to make, Dennis, is on the pressure that Eaglehawk are putting on United. They really haven't had a chance to get their game going yet.
Well, both sides are tackling very strongly, but Eaglehawk have been very aggressive overhead, which is making a big difference.
Right, well, the ball's into play here. A bit of stacks on the mill. Umpire will pull a free kick out here, or will he bounce it? Yes, Ron Threlfall will bounce the ball at about the 35 metres out from United goals, inside the 50-metre line. Low bounce, up they go. Good knockout, Brendan Lloyd. Goes picked up by Gary Mountjoy. Finds the running Reece Langan. Leah Langan will steady. Left foot shot in towards goal. There's no one home again. Not a United forward within Cooey and Mark McIntyre. Second mark inside a minute at full back.
The breeze must be slightly stronger than it looks because the ball's really holding up into the city end.
Tracy Wilson drives out. Gary Mountjoy, the player home. Mountjoy will have a shot for goal. How's he gone? Oh, tapped through. David Ludeman had to go for that mark. He was no chance for anything else than that. He had to contest that ball. Just trickled off the fingers and through for 1 point.
And the scoreboard, Northern United 6-5-41, trailing Eaglehawk 7-3-45. And there's the kick out. Finlay versus Shields. Shields of Northern United claims the mark, breaks away. Hand passes to Marlowe. He's beautifully tackled. On to Brodie. Oh, Brodie's collared too. In they go. And it's a chance this time for Eaglehawks evilly to try and pick up. But the umpire, with about 13 or 14 players to separate there, says, give it to me. I'm going to put it to ground at the true centre half forward position. Northern United in attack. They're attacking the second in the city end, I should say, in the second quarter of this Bendigo League Grand Final.
Allan Finley's in the hands of the trainers.
Thanks, Dennis. Kick out of the pack there by Mason of United, only as far this time as Bert McIver, playing a great game. He's beaten on this occasion by Geary. Geary chips it over the top. Barnes versus Wilson. Neither player can mark. Wilson doing a pretty good tagging job on Tony Barnes. In fact, you'd have to give McIver, McIntyre and Wilson a big pat on the back.
Yes, Wilson's a very persistent player. He's always close and did very well in the strong work then.
There's the throw-in. Still United in attack, but Lloyd wins another tap out. Doing a great job out toward Collins. Having trouble picking it up. Now he gets away from Brooks. No, he doesn't. Now Marlowe chips in for United, but the umpire's seen a kick there, and it's going to go the way of Murray Collins, half-back flank on the baths or outer side of the ground. He'll go long with the right foot. Having a good quarter, Collins, as Dennis mentioned earlier. Or Southcombe, a little bit of infringing there. Couchman went up two for United. Ball comes to the ground. Who can pick up on this occasion? No one really decisively. Once again, the whistle goes. It's really grand final football at the moment. This last 5 minutes, a few packs developing. Pretty tight, a lot of pressure. And it's a doer struggle here in the Bendigo League. 1987, big one. And there's the bounce down again. Southcombe uses the body. Neither player can really win. Mountjoy wins a left foot kick out of the pack. long towards centre half forward. Ball hits the ground with Geary and McIver bustling there, and McIver won't give Geary any room at all.
Again in the strong work, McIver hung in very aggressively, and the body work by he and young Tracy Wilson's been excellent so far.
Well, there's the bounce down, still at United centre half forward berth. Oh, Southcombe, beautiful use of the body, might have set up a goal. On to Marlowe, put this one down, it's home. Great play, Southcombe, that's your goal.
That's a brilliant piece of football from Tony Southcombe. He hasn't done much at all so far, but what he does certainly makes a difference.
And one would almost sense that was a set play. Dennis, did you feel that yourself?
Yes, they've got a set move by Tony Southcombe from the boundary throw-ins, which he often catches and then handballs over the top. But Marlowe obviously has played a lot of football with him and knows where to run.
Well, that might be almost the first time United have been in front all day.
Well, I think it is, Shane. I'm just looking at the clock there, and it shows about the halfway mark of the second quarter. Northern United have hit the front, 7-5-47, leading Eaglehawk 7-3-45 in a great grand final. Bluey Southcombe up in the air, doesn't direct the tap down to anyone in particular. Big Lloyd, who was beaten at the centre bounce, got the ball, but is tossed to the ground, and it'll be another ball up.
Gary Mountjoy and Marlowe, great Northern United players, and Northern United have settled down a bit now and getting to the business of it.
Up they go again. Lloyd got that one from Bluey. The ball's again in that centre area. Stacks on the mill, having a bit of trouble clearing it away. It'll be the third bounce down in about 30 seconds as Ron Trelfall will put it down again. It'll be Southcombe and Lloyd again. Lloyd doing a fine job in the ruck for Eaglehawk this afternoon. Up they go. Well, Bluey got that one over the back. Mason tried to get it. Held without the ball, and Mason will get it out. Here you can see Langan, the ball eludes Langan, bounces a bit awkwardly. Through goes Brett Gordon. Brett Gordon left-footed up towards the half-forward line for Eaglehawk. No one home but Mark Rocky Road, and Road has taken the mark and says, get out of my way, Darby, I want to kick this ball downfield. He does so, looking for Langan. Langan called for it. Wayne Walsh goes in the air with him, close to the boundary line, and Walsh will take it over the line.
Brendan Mason's gone on the ball to try and give him a bit of a lift.
And the ball will be thrown into play just below our press box situation here at the QEO. Great grand final. Northern United by 2 points. Up they go in the air again. Bluey Southcombe gets it down. This time Reese Langan's got the ball. Drives downfield here. Brody's got front stalls. Punched away by Darren Thompson. Jared Geary's got the chance, but Collins it is of Eaglehawk who clears the ball. Up towards that centre square area again. They fly in the air. Through comes Russell Muir. Haven't seen much of Muir today. Gibbs has got the ball, and Muir tackles Gibbs. Umpire Ron Trelfall says you rode him into the ground, Muir, and the free kick will come back again to the young, one of the Rookie of the Year candidates, Andrew Gibbs. Andrew Gibbs goes, long floating punt up towards centre half forward. Big fly's wanted, and it's a big Bluey Southcombe. That was the flyer that was there for United. Handballs it out towards Brendan Mason. I don't think Mason will get there in time. In the front stalls is Andrew Eagley. He channels the ball out towards the boundary line. We'll wait on that decision. I think it'll be a throw-in.
Tony Southcombe must have decided that something has to be done. Seems to be lifting himself.
Certainly has. Dennis has come good in this second quarter. Ball's thrown in front of the marquees over there by the business houses. Lots and lots of people on hand today to watch this premiership decider. Free kick pulled out of the pack, and I think it's going to Brian Nugget Dorrington, the Eaglehawk utility player.
Leading possession getters in the quarter, Mountjoy for United and Collins for Eaglehawk.
Andrew Eagley with the kick, and Robert O'Connell on the end of it.
Robert O'Connell, up he flew. Great Mark O'Connell, leading from the front for the Eaglehawk side today. He'll have a shot for goal. Inside the 50-yard line, 50-metre line. Well inside O'Connell, perhaps about 25 metres out. He's kicked one goal already, and is lining up for his second. In comes O'Connell, driving up towards the Barnard Street end goals. No mistake, Robert O'Connell.
Sigweld has arrived in Echuca, and Eric Bates is your accredited distributor. What this means is you can now purchase the highest quality welding equipment locally. Included in the Sigweld range are products for the heavy industrial jobs, through to those for the farm or the plant. What's more, this means you can now have extremely competitive prices, excellent service, and a constant supply of CIG products. That's what comes from being an accredited Sigweld distributor. Eric Bates, your leading hand in welding, Haygarth Street, Echuca.
And back here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval on Bendigo Football League Grand Final Day. Findlay for Eaglehawk wins the ball out of the centre. Poor kick, and Road of Northern United picks up on the half-back line, delivers toward Geary. Nearly took a nice mark. McIntyre at the back though clears. and drives toward the boundary line here. And let's see what the boundary umpire says. Just out of bounds on the full. And Dennis interchanged. South come off, I believe.
Yes, Tony Southcomb's dislocated his finger or broken it, and Gary Evans is back on the ground.
Well, that's one of the Langan boys here.
Scotty.
On the right foot. Scotty Langan, our rookie of the year, drives toward half forward. Oh, gee whiz. That Eaglehawk player in Brendan Gleeson got one far too high and must take a free kick. Evans back on the ground and was the offender there. Not having one of his more memorable grand finals as Gary Evans. Haven't seen too much of Gleeson. He may have been one of the players Eaglehawk has used from the bench in this game. And he goes here onto the right foot with a long kick, looking for the lead here of Lloyd in front. Oh, Rowe got one high there. Must have been seen by Threlfall. Haven't missed too much, the umpires today.
No, they've been doing well. Gleeson's come onto the ground to replace Peter Phillips.
Thanks indeed, Dennis. Phillips had a good first quarter, a quiet second. Delivery from Road was good across to Healey. He goes toward Barnes. Has the ball thumped away again by Tracy Wilson. Well done. Across to Rogerson. And Rogerson goes long. The target down there is Gordon. Gordon couldn't take the mark. It spills out now, and he picks it up well. Goes wide to Evely. Will the ball bounce for Andrew Evely? He plays for the free kick. It doesn't come. Well done this time by Lloyd. Goes one way, then the other. Has got support from Findlay. Findlay onto the left foot and goes long. O'Connell.
Where the best of the past and the comforts of today blend to give you an Australian lifestyle the way it used to be. The Settler Collection by A.V. Jennings. Truly a home for all seasons.
And we're back at the Queen Elizabeth Oval on Bendigo Football League Grand Final Day, 1987. And at half-time, it's Northern United 8-5-53, Eaglehawk 8-3-51. And the major goal kickers once again for the Northern United side. We've got Barnes with 3 goals, and for Eaglehawk 2 goals each to O'Connell, Crone and Gilmore. There they are with the United side just 2 points in front. Dennis, you spoke earlier about the pressure of the grand final. Ronnie Best said it was a scrambly game. I wouldn't quite agree with Bestie. There's been scrambly patches, but gee whiz, there's been some good footy too.
Well, I'd really like to disagree. I wouldn't like to disagree with Ron, but I actually think the standard of the game's been good. Admittedly, it hasn't been free-flowing open football, but I don't think that's necessarily the criteria for a good game. I think the tackling in particular has impressed me more than anything else.
Well, Dennis, we've got Allan Beasley back on the ground again, and this time he's talking to the Zone Development Officer, Neville Strosh. Alan.
Well, Neville, so far it's been a great grand final here at the QEO.
Yes, Alan, great to see Eaglehawk really taking the game right up to Northern United. I thought tactically Eaglehawk did very well in the first quarter, had their plans worked out very well, got the jump early, and yeah, playing very well.
A lot of their young players certainly running on the big open spaces here.
Yes, they are. Their teaming up has been very good, and it's just unfortunate that probably the best goal scorer on the ground has a sprained ankle in Daryl Gilmore. And, you know, Eaglehawk are still hanging in there, though, and doing very well.
Well, if the Swallows come back in this third quarter, they're going to have to get a big lift from Gerard Geary.
Yes, I believe so, and I think Gerard is that type of player who can come out in a quarter of a game, turn a game around. So certainly Eaglehawk can't relax, and they'll really need to be on the ball.
Well, as the development officer for the area, you'd be happy with the standard of play in this game, Neville?
Yes, I think as I said before, the first half was excellent and full marks to Eaglehawk. Perhaps Northern United a little bit short of a gallop, perhaps. Needed a half a game perhaps to run into form. Be interesting to see what happens in the second half.
Okay, thank you.
Allan Beasley with Neville Strosh there. And here on Grand Final Day, it's half-time. Both sides preparing now to come back onto the ground. Dennis, a couple more for you. Firstly, the Eaglehawk side. Well, Neville said they won the tactical battles. There's the stats up. They've got, well, 8 free kicks to 7 there in the second quarter, and overall it's 18-15. So the umpires haven't had any effect on the game at all. But getting back to what I was saying, the tactical battles, I thought their key defenders have all had the edge.
Yes, I think that tactically, probably the most important move. I think the defensive moves were important, but I think the attacking move of Robert O'Connell into the forward line, so that, in fact, he didn't spend the day chasing Gerard Geary around, has been a big help, and plus he's been getting the ball himself in the forward line. Burton McIver's done an exceptionally good job so far on Gerard Geary, and I think that really is a significant thing. Tracy Wilson's also doing a very good job on Tony Barnes. These players are extremely good players. Whether they can do the job for a full game or not remains to be seen, but certainly they'd go back onto the ground confident that they can at least break even with them.
I'm surprised with those hit-out figures, Dennis. I know Tony Southam got a few towards in that second quarter, but it still shows Eaglehawk leading only 12-11. I would have thought, well, stats don't lie, I would have thought Eaglehawk might have been a little bit more ahead in that actual ruck battle, the actual centre bounce duels. It's 12-11 in Eaglehawk's favour, as we just saw on the screen a moment ago. I had the impression that Eaglehawk might have just been a little bit ahead in that department.
I think, as in some of the duels, Eaglehawk are doing better than a lot of people thought they'd do. And I think the ruck duels really haven't had a great effect on the game so far. I think the on-ball players for both sides are the keys.
And another interesting one is times out of the centre. 17 or 18 times out of the centre now with the beginning of both quarters, and 16 goals kicked. And it's 10 to Northern United and 8 to Eaglehawk. So in that centre diamond battle, also a very even battle, Dennis.
Yes, I think that's actually the reflection totally of the score, is that the on-ball players for both sides, Northern United's players that can cut you to bits around the ground, actually haven't taken over, and Eaglehawk have at least been even with them. And of course, that's what Eaglehawk have got to do. The players that have obviously got themselves up to do the job in the first half, they're capable of doing in the second half, but you always have that suspicion that Northern United may break away. I certainly absolutely dead set sure that the third quarter of all games played is important, but today, particularly with United kicking with a bit of a breeze in the third quarter, is vital.
Now, in that second term, 18 handballs to 5, Northern United's way. Were a lot of those handballs, did you feel, just to get out of trouble? Because we really haven't seen the running style of United that's given them the tag, the best side in country football, to the fore today yet, have we?
Well, the handballing generally, although it's following a trend in Melbourne League too, the handball stats are going down when a lot of people thought they'd be going up. But United's handballs haven't been nice, fluent, open handballs, other than the one that Tony Southam served over to Ian Marlowe.
Allan Beasley's been a very busy man at the half-time, and now he's got a visitor from Swan Hill.
Yes, Shane, the Swan Hill people taking over now, and Daryl Powell joins me. Daryl, what do you think of the final so far here?
Yes, it's been very interesting, Allan. I suppose you come down here and everyone tells you that Northern United are going to be the side, but up to date, Eaglehawk have acquitted themselves very well. You're the development officer in that area. You've got a couple of good young boys you're taking down to Melbourne this week. Yes, a couple of boys. We've got Paul Walsh from Warraneen, Stewie McGregor from Lalbert, and also Brett Hungerford from Turleybuck. So we're having a look at the game today and standing around together, and we'll go on to Melbourne tomorrow. Daryl, having a look at the season overall with the Winfield Championships, you coached the Division 2 side into the final from the Mid-Murray League. How do you compare the standard of these two leagues now? Well, actually, you know, you look at competitive sides and Winfield sides. We had some individually very good players this year. So we look at a grand final like this where we've got the two top sides, and up to date, probably the standard's a little bit higher than what we've seen in Swan Hill yesterday. Well, there's not much between these two sides at half-time. Who do you think can go on and take the game out? I've had a look in both the rooms, and you know, again, as I said, Northern United very professional, but I'll go for the underdog today. Okay, thanks a lot. And very good.
Good on you, Allan Beasley and Daryl Powell. And gee whiz, he's a great speaker, Daryl Powell. I heard him speak to the Mid-Murray side, Dennis, at half-time in the grand final of Division 2 when they were beaten by Western Border. One of the most professional and most enthusiastic talks I think I've heard for a long time.
Yes, he's a great man for country football, Daryl Powell, and been a great player himself.
Interesting statistic in that second quarter from the boys doing the stats here for us, Shane. Eaglehawk 16 marks, Northern United 13.
Yes, and certainly our boys are doing these statistics this afternoon. Warren Ritchies and Michael Dawson are doing a magnificent job here and keeping us right up to date with the individual and the team statistics. Of course, Michael, the coach of the Catholic College Bendigo winning schoolboys side this year. And Warren, of course, joining us from Colac from Radio 3CS, and great to have such professional people on the job doing the statistics here this afternoon. I'm going to throw one at you two now. There's 2 points the difference. United went in hot pops. Dennis, you tipped it up. So are you prepared to stick with your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll stick with it at this stage. I think it's going to be a very close game, mate.
And what do you think, Jonesy?
Well, I've been with Northern United. I've tipped them the last 3 years. I've tipped them again this year, Shane. I'm sticking with United.
Well, I tipped United, but I'm not so sure. The pennies are very much on the even balance at the moment for mine. And they say this is the championship quarter. There's a good shot of Wally McGregor and the Northern United Brains Trust, as it were.
Glenn Cole and Billy Hagar there in the orange jumper. That's the Northern United's recruiting king, Bill. He's worked overtime this year to get a few of the boys down from the northern part of the state.
I'll tell you what, they've really set the pace in recruiting in country football in the last few years, United. There's the siren. And we're away in the third quarter of the 87 Bendigo Football League Grand Final. A make or break turn, possibly. Up they go, and Lloyd thumps it away, but Marlowe rows it. Spills out to Crone, however, and Crone of Eaglehawk goes long to Phillips. He couldn't make the ground. Muir's on his back. Phillips wins well. Oh, got a bit of a shove too. No free kick, and Muir spills the ball out now toward Miles, who defended well. Miles onto his favourite left foot, drives down the wing. Nearly a great mark to Mason over the back. He couldn't take it. Ball's on the ground. It's thumped out to the open spaces now, where Allan Findlay should pick up for the Borough. He hand passes inboard to Murray Collins, and Collins traverses the diamond into the breeze, and Eagley has probably had the better of Healey today, has taken a great mark. And he plays on now from centre half forward, looks for Gilmore. Can he mark? Yes. Oh, that was a great mark, Darryl Gilmore.
That was a great mark under pressure, and it's an identical position to the first kick he had for goal. Whether the ankle injury will have any effect or not, but he's a good kick for goal, Darryl Gilmore. No fuss or bother in his style, but does it efficiently.
Was he in your premiership side of the early 80s, Dennis?
Yes, he certainly was. He did the job too.
Well, here he is now with an important kick for the Borough. 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. That's perfect. If there's any youngsters watching this, I hope they had a good look at that kicking style.
At First Choice Furniture Stores, you'll get carried away. You'll get carried because you won't get better value anywhere.
First choice for comfort.
They've got the buying power of 80 independent stores.
And you won't get better value anywhere.
Oh, they really look after you.
Great quality.
At the right price.
They fix the finance.
Come and see us at First Choice Furniture Stores. You won't get better value anywhere.
First Choice.
There's the bounce in the centre. There's the scoreboard. Eaglehawk back in front by 4 points, but Reece Langham works hard out of the centre to Tony Healey, who's got a paddock. He goes over the top to Brodie. Almost right this one down, I'd imagine. No! Great tackle from the Borough defenders. And no one saw that Borough defender coming, let alone the commentator.
Brilliant tackle from Andrew Eagley.
Eagley came from nowhere. Brodie had 20 metres almost when he picked up that ball, and Eagley has raced in from the side to effect a magnificent tackle. Ball over the boundary line, half-forward flank. One-eye hill as it used to be over in the old Borough days when they used to pack them in 40 and 50 deep there. Those days of country football are gone. The crowd here today, a good one, but certainly nothing like those halcyon days of the 60s. There's the throw in again. From the back, Collins got a tap away. Mountjoy roved it well. Drives down toward the goal square area. A little bit of pushing and shoving there. Umpire agrees with me. And Mackinnon might just have been a shade unlucky. But Bluey Southcombe got the front stalls, got the shove. That's what counts. He's got the footy.
That's a 37-year-old's free kick.
We'll have a look at the age there, Dennis. 35. He's going backwards.
That means he was 2 when he started in preps.
And you weren't teaching him back then, were you?
I went to school with him.
He's not 31 now. Anyway, he's run round on the angle, Bluey, driven in towards the goal. It's across the face. Has Mackinnon got it? Northern United contesting possession. Rod Threlfall's got another free kick out here.
No, I think he's paid the mark, and I wouldn't mind seeing that back because I had the feeling the Borough got first purchase there. Here we go. Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Good decision.
Good effort.
Young Brodie.
Mark Brodie, the player with the ball, taking plenty of time. He's going to have to steer this through quite carefully from that side. He's lined up. He's had a shot for goal. He's missed. It's a point, Mark Brodie. Very important kick for Northern United at that stage. A good mark from Brodie, though, the juggling mark as he fell to the ground. And we see Eaglehawk in front by 3 points, 9-3-57. to United 8-6-54. The ball's driven out again onto the half-back flank. Up they go in the air again. Punched over the top by United. Mark Road, I think, is the player with the ball. Mark Road dashes down, takes one bounce, goes onto the left foot. Brodie drives in towards the forward line. Leading there in the race with the ball was the United player, but Darren Thompson butters up, gets the ball away. Good play, Thompson. Might have been pushed down to the ground after he got rid of the ball.
Yes.
And he will take a free kick. His teammate will take a free kick a little further down. It's Andrew Eagley playing a fine game today as this young fellow from the Eaglehawk club. Long kick down towards the grandstand wing. Up they fly in here. Punch over the back, Joe Geary. Ronnie Couchman gets the ball. Handballs into open space. Mason comes through the pack. Handballs across over to Tony Healey. Healey, the left-handed handball. Looking for Mountjoy. Couldn't get it, Mountjoy. Andrew Shannon from Eaglehawk drives back again, but Joe Geary takes the solid mark on the chest in the centre area, not far from the centre of the ground. Reece Langham, the player with the ball, gives it back to Joe Geary. Geary caught when he had the ball, went down to the ground, stacks on the mill. Out comes Dave Ludeman. Little left foot chip United doing a lot of the attacking here. Geary couldn't get to the ball. Punched clear by Dorrington from Eaglehawk. Ball spilling loose again over towards the grandstand side. And the umpire said it went out and there'll be a throw in.
Great defensive work again from the Eaglehawk boys.
Up they go in the air again. Big Lloyd doing a fine job in the ruck. Thought it might have got the edge on the tap there. Eaglehawk clears it away again. In the race for the ball here, Couchman in front. Over the top goes Geary, but they leave Shannon unprotected. Shannon goes down on it. Might have been out of bounds on the full. It was. Ron Couchman breathes a sigh of relief, takes the handball across to Mason. Mason nowhere to go, just gets the handball away. Finds Russell Muir at centre half back, drives long down to centre half forward. High flyers needed here. Eddie Shield waiting down. Through comes Barnes. Eaglehawk defends again strongly. Oh, Murray Collins took a high knock there as he delivered the ball. Collins defending well from downfield. Takes a look, and Darren Brooks, Rod Shaw looking at the number. Here's the replay. Came over the top of the pack. There's Tracy Wilson coming through. Oh, Collins copped one high there as he cleared the ball. Anyway, we're back live now. Dave Ludeman takes the ball on the Bars flank, drives in towards full forward, almost a mark to United. The roving Ian Marlowe's got it, drives towards goal. Marlowe makes no mistake, Ian Marlowe.
Welcome to the magical world of John Perini Tiles. You'll be mesmerised by his spacious showroom at 9 Adam Street, Bendigo. Transform your shop, factory or home with Bendigo's most extensive range of tiles. There's no hocus-pocus when it comes to his exclusive range of spa baths. The Perini magic continues with his excellent after-sales service. But that Perini style of tile magic comes with the Great Wall and Floor Show at John Perini Tiles, 9 Adam Street, Bendigo. It's where nothing substitutes the Perini touch of magic.
And there's 3 points the difference in the grand final here. United 9-6-60, Eaglehawk 9-3-57. There's the bounce in the centre. Ludeman on the ball now. Eaglehawk win it again. Well played, Lloyd. Findlay was in that pack too, but Eddie Shields kicks it away for United. He goes wide toward the far outer wing. Bard's wing as it's known here. Wayne Walsh leads in the race for the ball. Feeds the hand pass across to Phillips. Back toward Walsh was bad play, and Reece Langan chips in. He goes long. Beautiful pass that. Brooks drops what he should have taken. Umpire said, yes, I'm going to pay it. Didn't agree with that one. And we're going to see Brooks take the mark on the half-forward flank on the far side of the ground. Scoreboard or Bard's side. He goes for a long, piercing kick. Geary, all pushed out, Geary. It's a United mark anyway to Mountjoy. Or Barnes, in fact, but Geary must get the free kick for a very blatant push in the back. And Geary would nearly kick this. The breeze is favouring that Northern or Barnard Street end. 40 metres out, he's on the angle. Chips at the ball, looks okay for mine. Umpire says yes, sirree.
Great cars at great prices with Cleland's.
Check this one owner as new 5-speed manual Holden Barina, or this 5-speed manual Sigma SE station wagon with air conditioning and in perfect condition. How's this 1985 XF Falcon sedan with all the wanted features, including power steering and low kilometres, or this 5-speed manual Ford Econovan Maxi with low kilos, and this T-Bar Auto XD Falcon station wagon with S-Pack.
Talk to Cleland's for better deals on better cars. Cleland's, Swan Hill and Balranald.
Well, Ludeman won the tap away. He got it moving here for the United side. Marlowe playing well this quarter across to Shield was great football. 2 out, duel in the goal square. Oh, it's off hands, and 1 point there to the United side. Scoreboard, United 10-7-67. Eaglehawk 9-3-57. We're at the 9-minute mark of the third quarter.
And United have got the ball out of the centre 3 times in a row. That's where the goals are coming from.
Up they go in the air again. And the ball was kicked out there by the Eaglehawk fullback. Stacks on the mill over there. Wayne Walsh in the van for Eaglehawk. There goes Darby Munro in, tapped off the ground by Northern United as they go forward, and the ball's over the line and out of bounds in front of the sponsors marquee, Shane. And the troops over there look like they're having a very pleasant afternoon standing in the sun.
And a beautiful day to be enjoying standing in the sun, James. I wonder if that's all they're doing.
Well, they're probably imbibing just a little bit of light lemon squash, I'd say. As the ball's thrown into play, back it comes. Mason does a bit of clever shepherding work, tacked over by Nugget Dorrington. Good play, Nugget Dorrington. It's on here for United, for Eaglehawk, looking for Robert O'Connell, just slightly away from him. Road held by the ball, held by the arm when going for the ball, and umpire Ronnie Troffel says that's a free.
I must ask you, Dennis, is that illegal? He had the ball.
That's a terrible decision.
Mark Road it is with the ball. Anyway, he's driven back play, looking for Shields. Over the back goes Findlay. Oh, Findlay Must have come down awkwardly that time. He's limping. Bad sign for Eaglehawk. Eddie Shields, long left footer into the forward pocket. Up they go. Big punch away by McIntyre. Tries to recover as the ball hits the deck. But Geary and McIntyre beaten that time by the ball as it tumbles over the line. In the forward pocket, South Bendigo end. Northern United 10-7-67. Eaglehawk 9-3-57. The 1987 Premiership decider into the third quarter. Up they go in the air again. It's knocked over the back by United. Through comes Finlay. Can't control the ball. Marlowe, the ever reliable, has got it over to Mountjoy. Mountjoy, a little chip pass, too short. Barnes picks up though, goes on the left foot, drives into full forward, and there's a good mark in there. Darren Brooks comes through the pack, takes the solid mark on the chest. Good passage of play from United as they butted up after that throw-in.
Good play from Northern United. Allan Finlay looks to be in a bit of trouble, doesn't seem to be able to run, must have done something to the ankle, I think.
Well, we're looking at Darren Brooks, a Maryborough boy, with relations there, put it through the middle, Darren Brooks.
Step back in time with a night out at the Golden Gully BYO Steak Restaurant. Fully restored after 70 years and located in scenic bushland in Woodward Road, just 5 minutes from the centre of Bendigo. You can relax in the colonial atmosphere of the restaurant, and your hosts Dot and Ian Roberts will help you choose from the selection of fine steaks. And if you like, you can char grill your own. Their function room is ideal for that next special occasion at the Golden Gully BYO Steak Restaurant, Woodward Road, Bendigo.
And back here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval, 11-7-73 plays 9-3-57. Scoreboard has United in front by 16 points. There's the bounce. Ludeman doing well in the ruck for United. Down to Shields and on there to Geary and on to Keeley. Great handball. Keeley kicks long. Southcombe misread that one though, and McIntyre comes out for the Borough to take the mark. He kicks to where it's all United. Or bad bounce favoured Rogers, and all tried to break 4 tackles there and almost got through. Borough just looking a shade tired to me in this third quarter. McIver being quiet, gets it across toward Gordon. Oh, bad kick. Murray Collins, I should say. And it's gone out of bounds on the full, and the Borough beginning to make mistakes. And United, 16 points is their best lead for the day. As Jared Geary's going to take the resultant free kick here this time. On the wing position on the grandstand side. He kicks long. Up went Ludeman, couldn't take the mark. Lloyd was in there too. Ball spills to the ground. Good two-out duel here now. United should be able to pick up some great shepherding, as you would have picked up there. Brody picks up. Handball's long over the head. It's taken again by Brody after a hand pass by Marlowe. Spills across to where Mason had the chance. He couldn't pick up either. Now can the Borough get the ball moving on this occasion? Haven't got numbers at the ball at the moment, and easily shoved off the ball by Mason. Mason kicks long down to the forward line. Which way is it going to bounce? It's going to bounce past all players except McIntyre, who kicks toward the safety of the boundary line, and it's going to roll over for a throw in.
Mark McIntyre's playing a really strong game. The back line has saved the situation a couple of times in the last couple of minutes.
Most of the two-hour duels are going United's way in this quarter. Here's the throw in. Lloyd wins it. Beautiful tap down, Lloyd. It's going to bounce the way of Collins and Dorrington. No, they both miss out. Still fairly scrambly in there. Mountjoy gets it out to Geary. Was good play, and on to Reece Langan. Here's danger. Langan. This could be the one that starts the engine. Oh, it's home.
With your business, you obviously want the best value for your dollar. At Elmore Chemicals, that's exactly what you get. They promise you 3 things: a top quality product, efficient delivery, and excellent ongoing service by qualified reps. They specialise in manufacturing cleaners, disinfectants and soaps for any area that has to be kept hygienically clean. They also carry the full range of Kleenex paper products, Chuck's wipers and disposable catering goods. Next time you're ordering cleaning supplies, give Elmore Chemicals a ring. They have the solution for your cleaning problems.
Ball's down in the centre. Northern United got the ball up forward again. Geary goes up one-handed. The busy Mark Brody's in there again. Oh, taken out of the pack there. Could be a free kick to Bertie McIver. Yes, Rod Threlfall says it's your ball, Bert McIver. Bert McIver played an excellent game at centre-half back today for the Borough. Looking down for the lead at centre-half forward. Peter Crone's the target. Crone over the head. Crone leading in the race for the ball. Backed up by Murray Collins. Ronnie Couchman coming through. Crone collects it. Oh, tackled hard by Couchman. And there will be a free kick here. I couldn't quite pick that one up, Dennis. What was the decision there?
Yes, just over the shoulder to Murray Collins.
Murray Collins finds Andrew Eagley down at on the half-forward line in front of the rotunda at the city end. Eaglehawk going towards the city end. This is the first time they've had the ball down this far this quarter, apart from that goal to Gilmore. Here goes Joe Geary through the back line, driving out wide again towards the far side. Georgie Thompson, the Northern United trainer, beats a hurried retreat towards the boundary line as one of his teammates gets the ball. One of Northern United players, gets the ball back towards centre field. Up they go in the air. Marlowe couldn't control the ball. Geary taps it out. Picked up well by Dorrington. Can't control the ball though. Dorrington stacks on the mill, and it's certain to be a bounce down almost in centre field.
Reece Langan's one of the Northern United players that's had a bit of a lift. I think they've got Wayne Walsh out on the wing on him. I wouldn't know why.
Right, the bounce down goes in. Bluey Southcombe up against Big Lloyd. Lloyd has done a good job in the ruck. Kicked off the ground that time by, is it Langan or...
yes.
Langan, it was. Finds a teammate out there on the far flank.
Scott to Reece.
Scott to Reece. There's Scott Langan, the Rookie of the Year, going to drive United into attack again. A little kick goes along the boundary line. Geary's got the ball. Evades one player. Will go onto the left foot. Geary hooks it back in towards full forward. Who's here? Home. They're all there, punched through by the Eaglehawk defence. Good play there. Solid play. I think it was Darren Thompson who came over the back of the pack. Yes, Darren Thompson who punched the ball. And big blow for Eaglehawk as Allan Findlay limps off the ground. Driven back into play by Eaglehawk from that point. Oh, strong mark out there, Robert O'Connell. Dennis thinks he went on the ball at the start of the third term. Gives it away to Thompson. Thompson looks downfield for Gibbs. Gibbs, the bounce of the ball eludes him. He goes back onto the left foot that time. No, Gibbs, he takes the handball. Couchman and Rogerson running for the ball, and it's tumbled out over the line for a boundary throw. Pushed over the line, and it'll be thrown out back into play on that far side of the
free kick to Peter Rogerson.
In fact, the pushing was in fact to Rogerson. You're right, Dennis. And as the ball went over, the umpire blew the whistle and said, "No, I'm going to give a free kick." And Eaglehawk are going to take it half forward flank. They need a goal badly. The Borough. Can Crone get a grab here? Or Lloyd went up, nearly took a one-hander, spills to the ground. Who's in the van here? It's young Shannon. He's usually a beautiful kick, but this time he's way off target under pressure. Andrew Shannon. And the pressure of the grand final, it's hard to kick them from that angle at any time, let alone when you're 3 goals down in a grand final trying to lift your side, and the youngsters put it out of bounds on the full.
Eaglehawk seem to have lost a bit of system coming into the forward line. It might be worth a try to put Crone or somebody at full forward and Darrell in the forward pocket.
Yes, well, Crone hasn't been a success story at centre half in this quarter for mine. And after that long clearing kick from United, we're going to see the ball thumped over the boundary line for a throw-in. There's the Borough Brains Trust. What can they do? There's the score.
Max Taylor and Greg Major there, Shane.
23 points the difference. And a little bit of pushing and shoving against Lloyd in the ruck, and Tony Southcombe is going to get the resultant free here. Half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. He drives into the diamond. Mountjoy was the target. Over the back, Thompson missed what he should have taken, but butted up well. Good play, Thompson. Wouldn't let it out. Hand pass was beautifully snapped up by Barnes, and they're running again, the Swallows. Brody missed what he should have got, but Mountjoy chipped in again and kicked long. Underneath it, good Borough Mark Mackinder. Oh, he's playing a great game. Gets it wide to Munro. He'll come out toward Eagley. Eagley's had the better of Healey all day. Can he show the pace necessary to get away from the United speedster? Yes, he does. Great effort, Andrew Eagley, playing a great game. The kick was a poor one. Looking for Crone. In goes young Gibbs. Crone's got front stalls here. Eagley follows down. Now to Phillips, and Phillips misses what he should have had. And the ball spills over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Right, well... United 12-8-80, Eaglehawk 9-3-57, about the halfway mark of the third quarter, directly in front of the commentary positions. Up they go in the air. Shannon as the player takes the tap down. Peter Phillips on his own here. Can he get the ball? Ball bounces high. Oh, Eddie Shields comes through the pack. Was tripped, says umpire Ron Trelfall, and Eddie Shields, the Northern United rover, just about doing all the roving on his own. Darren Davies hasn't been seen as yet, and Shields will drive out wide. Looking over there for the coach, Brendan Mason. Oh, spilled that one, retained possession. Good skills, Mason. Got the ball back, left-hand handball across to his running teammate in Reece Langan, is it, Shane?
Yes.
Reece Langan drives forward towards centre half forward. Up they go. Brooks is the player with it. Brooks will drive into full forward. How's he gone, Brooks? It's home. Darren Brooks has got his third goal. Great goal, Darren Brooks. Started by Mason on that far wing as he eluded a player, carried the ball over the top and got the handball away.
Darren Brooks, brilliant piece of play. Brendan Mason looked as if he'd made a mistake with the mark, but then followed on well down the flank to Reece Langan, and young Brooks did the rest. He's a very good footballer, Brooks.
And Dennis, I'd say one of the few times all day Mackinder's been beaten, if the only time.
Yes, and he was just beaten touch of pace.
And there's the bounce in the centre again. Well, United are beginning now to look the premiers. They've played a great third quarter, and they've extended their lead to 29 points at the 20-minute mark of the third quarter. The kick out of the centre is going to go the Borough's way this time, and boy, they need goals badly. Murray Collins, he goes to the far wing, beginning to be indirect. It's gone to Walsh. Walsh goes long. Phillips the target. Uses the body. Can't outmark Muir. Joe Geary's had the better of Crone. Why he's down there in that key forward berth, I will never know, because he hasn't been effective at all. They want to get him back on the ball where he was playing his good footy. It's gone up toward the forward line. Mason clears again. Good play to Miles. And United beginning to look very, very good. Drive into the centre. This time it's the Borough 3 Dorrington, though, who's going to clear it and clear it comfortably. He's inside the centre diamond, just wide of the true centre position, and drives long. Gilmore in front. Can he take the mark? No, he couldn't. O'Connell finds the handball beautifully. Drives it across to Rogerson. Rogerson goes long. This could be a great goal. Rogerson, a beauty.
You know there's a new arrival at the Bendigo Motor Company. It's the budget-priced Mazda 121. And I'm not talking about a facelift. This is a brand new motor car featuring the very latest Mazda technology, exceptional economy, easy access, and a unique front top. Test drive the Mazda 121 now at the Bendigo Motor Company. And while you're there, why don't you check out their new four-wheel drive? It's a ripper.
Well, there's the scoreboard. United 13-8-86. Eaglehawk 10-3-63. The Borough need a couple more goals to try and get back into this grand final, and they're going to clear it out of defence. Well played, McIver. Poor kick, though. And there's Joe Geary still right on top of Crone.
Yes, Ludeman's come back on. Tony Southcome's gone off. I wish Eaglehawk would get Peter Crone out of centre-half forward.
There's the long kick toward Geary. It spills to Shields. Here's danger. He chips it forward. Good mark, United. Mason for mine. And Shields knew exactly where Mason was going there and turned it around the corner, and Brendan Mason had no trouble in picking up the mark.
And Eaglehawk have made a change from the interchange bench. Young Gleeson's come back on and Peter Phillips has gone off.
Phillips had a good start to the game, but fairly quiet since then. And now Mason taking all the time in the world up there to that Northern or Barnard Street end. His side is in front by 23 points at the 23-minute mark of the third quarter here in the Bendigo Footy League Grand Final, 1987. The captain coach, the Ballarat boy, right footer, looks okay off the boot. Yes, it's through the centre.
I'm Rocky the Pine King. Are you looking for a reliable cleaning company? Well, the Bendigo Cleaning Service has been operating in Bendigo for over 10 years and are experts in their field, specialising in all types of industrial, domestic and commercial cleaning. It's so simple they can transform your dirty carpet to look fresh and clean. Ring now for a no-obligation written quote on 432230 on all your cleaning requirements. The Bendigo Cleaning Service for reliability and efficiency.
Well, the ball goes down in the centre. Up they go. Dave Ludeman just back on the ground, beaten that time by Brendan Gleeson. Stacks on a mill situation in centre field. The scores at the moment, Northern United 14-8-92, lead Eaglehawk 10-3-63. The Borough need another goal or two very quickly to get them back into this game. Ball goes down again, up they go, Lloyd and Ludeman. Lloyd gets it again, playing a fine game in the ruck, this Brendan Lloyd. Russell Muir comes through the game, through the ground, showing his experience, drives upfield. Oh, waiting behind there was Jared Geary. Couldn't quite get it, got it this time though. Turns and twists, goes back onto the left foot. High one, up and under towards the full forward. Mason outmanoeuvred that time by a number of players. And there'll be a free kick here, and it'll go the way of Eaglehawk.
Peter Rogerson,
who only a few minutes ago scored that nice goal down here at the city end. Peter Rogerson at the full-back position. Drives out wide for Eaglehawk. Up they go in here. Oh, nearly a mark to Mark Brody. Not pay. Probably didn't hold it long enough, Dennis, as they go down again. It's a willing old performance in the point of the ground at the moment. Handball comes out to Geary. What can Geary do? Gives the handball across here to Barnes. Barnes goes on the left foot. He's usually an accurate shot for goal, Barnes, but just drifts away across the face of goals. 1 point only to Tony Barnes. United move on to 14-9-93. Eaglehawk 10-3-63. A 4-goal break to the Swallows, Shane. About 5 or 7 minutes left to play in the third quarter.
Eaglehawk seem to be missing out a bit on ball. The players who are getting the ball away from the packs in the first half haven't been sighted this quarter.
Right, Tracy Wilson's got the ball from the kick out. Ball's gone just inside the boundary line and at the South Bendigo Rooms end, and will be thrown back into play at that position. Boundary umpire holding the ball there, looking down back towards the central umpire. Some hold up here. boundary umpire still got the ball. Perhaps as a trainer or some spectators have been asked to get back over the fence. That's what it looks like.
Yes, it is.
And the boundary umpire now will throw the ball back into play. Lloyd and Ludeman do battle again. It's punched over the back. Mark Rocky Road in the van here for United. Well scooped up Rocky Road. Got it away. Can they clear it away? Eaglehawk. There's desperate defence up there from Eaglehawk as Shields and Marlowe come through the pack. It'll go out of bounds, and it has gone out of bounds, and will be thrown back into play once again on that Barnard Street end, South Bendigo Pockets area. Ludeman and Gleeson this time. Up they go in the ruck. Collected that by Road. Road gets the handball out. Eddie Shields is on his left foot. He fires back into the goal area. He's off target on this occasion, though, Shields, and the ball's gone out of bounds on the full.
Dennis Higgins, a comment from you as to where Eaglehawk are falling down in this quarter.
Well, I think the half-forward line's a big problem. Peter Crane doesn't seem to be able to get into the game at centre-half forward. Perhaps shift him into the full-forward line or into the ruck.
Well, a good easy mark to Brody. They're beginning to do it a little bit uncontested now, United. And Brody on the 50-metre line will go short. Looks dangerous for mine. And it's a mark to Northern United here. And it's been taken by Darren Davies, who's on the ground now. So Darren Davies on, and as we said, Bluey Southcombe went off. And now we've got one of the Langan boys, it may be, limping off. And Gary Evans about to come back on.
Brody's got cramp.
Well, let's have a look at the Davies kick as Brody comes off. Nearly an Eaglehawk mark on the goal square. They've got to hold United out here. Umpire says, "I'll ball it up." Cramp to Brody. He's off. Evans is on. And as I said, Southcombe sitting on the bench, and we've got young Darren Davies on the ground now for the Swallows. They're looking at 5 flags in a row here in 1987. 4, I should say. But not get too carried away. If they're going to win it yet, they're 5 goals in front. That's where the 5 came from. 4 goals, 6 behinds in front. And a scrambly session of footy here in the goal square area as Eaglehawk trying to hold them out. We are at the 26-minute mark of the 3rd term. And the difference 30 points. Now up they go again in the goal square. Let's see what's going to happen here. Shields tries to snap out of the pack. Can't do so. A handball goes high in the air and has finally hit the post. And so that scrambly passage of play finally finishes. And Northern United 14-10-94 now. Leading Eaglehawk 10-3-63. The Bendigo Footy League Grand Final coming to you through TV8. Long kick up the corridor as it's known. Evilly, knocked Mountjoy hard there. Picking it up's Keeley, doesn't know which way to go. Got support from Couchman, well done. Couchman will look here for Mason. Over the top, Wayne Walsh gives him a nudge. United playing in front. United making the play at the moment. And Mason's going to get the free kick. Dennis Higgins, you didn't look like you liked that one, the way your face was contorted.
Oh, Mason's playing quite well this quarter. Shane, it's a good play.
Picked that one up from Roger's. Waiting for you to bounce back later. Here comes Mason. He'll think of one. And Mason drives towards centre half forward. Mountjoy, it's beginning to look a little bit too easy for mine at the moment for United. Now, Mountjoy would be on the 50-metre line. He's looking for a short. He may just be a shade too far out to score. There's the lead and the mark. Evans got one too high too for his corner. Had a little look around just to put it in the black book as to who gave it. And now we'll go back from 35 metres out. Good shot there of Bluey Southcombe.
Looking a bit weary, Bluey, but he'll go on when he's needed again. No worries at all. And we're waiting here on Gary Evans. Would be about 35 metres out from goals, Gary Evans. Peter Crone on the mark. Evans shoots for goal. What's happened with this one? I think it's through the middle. It is. Northern United's 15th goal. As Gary Evans runs back to the plaudits of the crowd. There's a shot of Jeff Keeley, who of course coached Northern United to some premierships when they were in the Golden City League days. Gary Evans, goal to him. Good shot and a nice pass from Gary Mountjoy.
Gary Evans just came back onto the field. Good play from Gary Mountjoy. Just held up until the lead came. United have certainly got the very strong upper hand at the moment.
Right, well, we're waiting for the bounce down now as United stretch their lead to 6 goals. Up in the air goes Lloyd, gets the thump away again, looking for Walsh or Dorrington. It goes across field over here, and I think we've got Brett Gordon, who's the player with the ball. He was him. He drives downfield. Here goes Robert O'Connell. Oh, can't quite get rid of the ball in time. Might have got the push in the back from Ashley Miles. And I think umpire Ronnie Threlfall was right on the ball there, Dennis. And
yes.
We'll give the credit to Robert O'Connell.
Ashley Miles hasn't made many mistakes today, and he's a bit unfortunate. Robert was beaten for pace had Miles realised it.
Robert O'Connell will take the shot. Wide out in the Camp Hill pocket, Camp Hill school pocket at the QEO. Runs in, takes the shot for goal. O'Connell, a much needed one miss. Oh, I think it's pretty close.
That's a great goal.
Good shot. It's a great goal, Robert O'Connell. He steered that one through from wide out in the pocket, and an answering goal very quickly for that one from Evans. O'Connell kicking it from in front of what used to be known as the old Melbourne scoreboard.
And Dennis, both captain coaches have been good players today in their different ways.
Yes, they've certainly led from the front. Brendan Mason was quiet early, but he's certainly in the premiership quarter, the third quarter, he certainly led the way, and Robbie O'Connell's been one of Eaglehawk's best players all day.
Well, the ball's back in the centre. There's the scoreboard. 31 points in front, United. The Borough need a goal before three-quarter time. I'm very close to that at the moment. But once again, United win it out of the centre. Couchman looking down here for the dangerous Evans. He hand passes to Geary. Geary back to Evans is good play. Evans now inside. Great footy to Mason. Mason goes for home up there at the Barnard Street end. And a great mark to Mackinder. Too good and too big for Brooks. And Mackinder outstanding today in defence for Eaglehawk. He goes wide, sees a lead from Dorrington. The Borough beginning to run again in the last couple of minutes. Had a pretty poor quarter overall, though. Dorrington goes down that far wing. His target's Gibbs, who shoves out Muir. Ball bounces to the back. Again, United where the fall of the ball is. Mountjoy inboard to Mason was good play. Mason playing for the free kick. Is it going to come? No, it's not. He shovels it out. Mountjoy in there again. Good play, Mountjoy. Great play to Marlowe. And this is danger to Reece Langan. And Reece Langan long with a bomb. Brooks over the top. Can he mark? No one can mark. There's a bit of pushing and shoving there. It's going to go Eaglehawk's way. No doubt about that. Barnes doesn't like it. But we're going to see Eaglehawk take it back there through Mackinder again. He's beginning to come into contention for the medal at the end of the day, this guy. Mackinder played a terrific game. Puts it wide where it's going to be an Eaglehawk mark paid. And it's Gleeson. Mackinder's 7th kick for the quarter. Having a great term. There's a long kick, but a bad one that time from young Gleeson. And he's put it out of bounds on the full. There's 31 points the difference. The Borough will be coming home with a slight breeze, but they need probably a couple of goals very early in the last term. I don't think we're going to see much more scoring in this quarter. It's 30 minutes now. There's the long kick from United. Back up towards centre half forward. Up went the pack there. Lloyd was in it for Eaglehawk, but the siren's gone to end the third term. It is lemon time in the Bendigo Football League Grand Final of 1987 as Bluey Southcombe, the man that's taken United to their last 3 flags, walks from the bench to join the huddle. Brendan Mason will be delivering the three-quarter time address this year, but Bluey, I'm sure, would be loved to be a part of that 4th flag in a row, and that's the way it looks at the moment. They are 15-10-100 United at the last change, and the side they've beaten to 2 of those last 3 premierships, Eaglehawk, are 11-3-69. Certainly not out of the ball game, but they will need early goals in the last quarter as we see Mason about to join the group there, and the Maroon and Golds would be certainly confident now they can go on. So on Grand Final day, we'll take this break and rejoin you with highlights and statistics. And of course, you're watching the Bendigo Football League Grand Final through the professional eyes of TV8 Football.
Many great players have pulled on the boots for the Eaglehawk and Northern United football clubs. In the post-war era, George Owsley was one of the most dazzling players. The Hawks' Peter Pianto is a legend in the borough. In the last 20 years, United's Bluey Southcombe has achieved everything imaginable in country football. And there's no doubt that Allan Williams was one of the best centremen in the modern era of Bendigo football. Will the tradition continue as the 1987 Grand Final unfolds?
We are the boys from Alcan. Now what can we do for you?
Oh, gutter is rusted through.
Well, here's an offer that's right for you.
Alcan aluminium guttering is rust-proof, pre-painted and made in continuous lengths on site. Tailored perfectly for your house. We install in a day and clean up afterwards. You can get your 10-year warranty and throw away that old paintbrush.
We are the boys from Alcan, and we're waiting to hear.
See Bob Hutchison at Colin Pilcher Home Improvements, 118 Garsett Street, Bendigo. If you need industrial and agricultural hardware, you need a specialist. That's Eric Bates Engineering. They have experience and know-how in bearings and associated products. And when it comes to CIG welding equipment and accessories, they have one of the largest stocks. For technical advice, you'll find them helpful and friendly. For the man on the land, there's pumps, strainers, piping, pulleys, belts, chains and sprockets. And remember, they manufacture and repair equipment too. When you need a specialist, you need Eric R. Bates, Hagar Street, Echuca.
Have you made your will? Are you buying or selling property? Is there a family law, personal, injury, work care or court matter to be heard?
Maybe you need some legal advice about bankruptcy, financial, personal or business affairs, commercial or taxation planning. For any of your legal requirements, call in or phone John Buman, barrister and solicitor, 10 Garsted Street, Bendigo, just off Mitchell Street. Telephone 054 422 263. Legal aid inquiries welcome.
What is a dismantler's hotline? It's a computer line link which joins together 50 dismantlers in Victoria. One call, and they'll offer you the services and the full range of parts, panels and accessories of 50 yards at no extra cost to you. So why not call Car Part Recyclers first? They're one of the leading dismantlers in country Victoria, with over 400 cars dismantled annually, and most parts are covered by a minimum 90-day warranty. So why buy new when used will do?
And back here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval on Bendigo Football League Grand Final Day, the three-quarter time scores: Northern United 15-10 at 100, leading Eaglehawk 11-369. There's the Borough huddle. Wayne Walsh in the front there trying to urge the players on. They're 31 points down. Can they get up? We'll talk to Dennis Higgins and Richard Jones about that question shortly. But now let's have a look at the highlights of the third quarter on Grand Final Day. Collins traverses the diamond into the breeze, and Healey has probably had the better of Healey today, has taken a great mark. And he plays on now from centre half forward, looks for Gilmore. Can he mark? Yes. Oh, that was a great mark, Darryl Gilmore.
That was a great mark under pressure.
An important kick for the Borough. 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. That's perfect. If there's any youngsters watching this, I hope they had a good look at that kicking style. And the Borough have got number 9. It's almost right this one down, I'd imagine. No! Great tackle from the Borough defenders. And no one saw that Borough defender coming, let alone the commentator.
Eaglehawk defends again strongly. Oh, Murray Collins took a high knock there as he delivered the ball. Now, Dave Ludeman takes the ball on the Bars flank, drives in towards full forward. Almost a mark to United. The roving Ian Marlowe's got it. Drives towards goal. Marlowe makes no mistake, Ian Marlowe.
The scoreboard or Barnes side. He goes for a long piercing kick. Geary, all pushed out Geary. It's a United mark anyway to Mountjoy. Or Barnes, in fact, but Geary must get the free kick for a very blatant push in the back. 40 metres out, he's on the angle. Chips at the ball, looks okay for mine. Umpire says yes, sirree.
Barnes picks up though, goes on the left foot, drives into full forward, and there's a good mark in there. Darren Brooks comes through the pack. The Maryborough boy with relations there, put it through the middle, Darren Brooks.
Mountjoy gets it out to Geary, was good play, and on to Reece Langan. Here's danger. Langan, this could be the one that starts the engine. Oh, it's home. Great goal.
To his running teammate in Reece Langan, is it Shane?
Yes.
Reece Langan drives forward towards centre half forward. Up they go. Brooks is the player with it. Brooks will drive into full forward. How's he gone, Brooks?
Feigns the handball beautifully. Drives it across to Rogerson. Rogerson goes long. This could be a great goal. Rogerson, a beauty. Toward Geary, it spills to Shields. Here's danger. He chips it forward. Good mark, United. Mason for mine. Final, 1987. The captain coach, the Ballarat boy, right footer. Looks okay off the boot. Yes, it's through the centre. Shade too far out to score. There's the lead and the mark. Evans got one too high too.
But be about 35 metres out from goals, Gary Evans. Peter Crone on the mark. Evans shoots for goal. What's happened with this one? I think it's through the middle. It is in the Camp Hill pocket, Camp Hill school pocket of the QEO. Runs in, takes the shot for goal. O'Connell, much needed one this. Oh, I think it's pretty close.
That's a great goal. Well, back here at three-quarter time, 15-10-100 Northern United, leading Eaglehawk 11-369. Both camps have broken up, and we'll talk about the statistics, and one of the important ones that quarter, Dennis, as the main ones are flashed on the board, was the number of times either side got the ball out of the centre.
Yes, Shane, in the first half they were splitting it even, but in the third quarter Northern United had 8 out of the centre to Eaglehawk's 3, and that was indicative of their on-ball players.
And one of those interesting stats on the board there is 27 handballs to 9.
Yes, the running game eventually had to come. Probably to be a lot of people suspected that Eaglehawk may have been better suited late in the game, but Northern United, as they have all year, seem to be able to keep on keeping on. I thought that players like Mason and Geary and Reece Langan joining Marlowe and Rode and Brooks, better first half players, made a tremendous difference to Northern United, and I still can't quite understand a couple of the positional moves Eaglehawk made, particularly when they were right in the game at half time. I'm still fairly critical of Crone playing at centre-half forward and perhaps Walsh, I don't think, on the wing.
Now, what about the individual stats in that quarter, Dennis? Who are the players to show out for either side?
Well, for Eaglehawk, Mark McIntyre had an excellent quarter, had 7 possessions in the back line, and of course he was under a fair bit of pressure, but Gerard Geary picked up his possession rate. Reece Langan had 8 possessions, and Brendan Mason had 10 possessions in the third quarter, which makes the difference.
And let's talk quickly to Allan Beasley.
The coach has said at three-quarter time, Shane, Nigger O'Connell's asked his players to run in this last term, take the risk, leave their players if they have to. They've got to get back into it with a couple of quick goals. Whilst Brendan Mason asked the United boys to just keep on attacking, and the flag will be theirs.
Thanks, Allan. And at three-quarter time, 31 points the difference in the 1987 Bendigo Football League Grand Final. United, they're going for 4 flags in a row. The siren has sounded. Threlfall holds the ball aloft. And now the Borough have got 30 minutes in which to stop the United onslaught. Or will it be 4 in a row to the Swallows, the boys from Brayward and Kamarooka? There's the bounce, and Lloyd wins it, but straight to Healey. Healey goes long. Barnes in front. Oh, would have been a great mark. It didn't come, though. It's picked up by Geary. He goes over the top. Marlowe can't claim it. And the Borough defenders with numbers at the ball should be able to win it away. Yes, well done. McIver across to Rogerson. Why didn't he try and pick up? Now Mountjoy slips in. Here's danger. Mountjoy picks up. It's on the half-forward flank, on the far side of the ground. A little bit scrambly, but Shields chips in. Oh, beautifully done. Got one too high. Plays on. And umpire says, no, take it back, Eddie Shields. We're going to give you a kick. So Shields is outside 50 metres down there. In fact, it's gone on to Gerard Geary by the looks of things. Now back to Shields. That's better. And Shields is going to take it half-forward flank. Baths or outer side here of the QEO, kicking to the city end in this final quarter, which is about 1 minute old. Eaglehawk need the early goals in the last quarter. United doing the attacking. Oh, Gleeson, big thump away and over the boundary line for a throw-in. Can the Borough get back? Dennis Higgins.
They can. Brendan Gleeson then showed what had to be done. They have to be positive. If they're going to go for the ball, go for it with everything.
There's the throw-in. Ludeman takes it out of the air, but gives it straight to Murray Collins of Eaglehawk, and he handballs for the boundary line. Dorrington was the target, but Eddie Shields too clever. Oh, good play to Marlowe. Here's danger. High bomb. Brooks from the back. Yes! That is a great mark, and he's turned around and kicked a goal. Well, that's the one the Eaglehawk supporters didn't want to see. And United go on to 16-10-106. Eaglehawk remain on 11-3-69, and one just wonders now whether the floodgates are about to open.
Yes, I think they're in real trouble. That was a brilliant mark from young Brooks. He's made a tremendous difference in the second half. In fact, Eddie Shields, another one of the recruits this year, has also played a pretty serviceable game all day.
Let's have a look at the mark again from Brooks, and right over the top of Munro, and then turned around, banged it straight through the high little. And Eaglehawk, winners in the under-18s, are looking as though they're not going to be able to make it 2 for the day. United have got the edge.
Up they go in the air. Brendan Lloyd gets the tap again. Done a fine job in the ruck today, Lloyd. Scrambly play in the centre of the ground. At the moment, Reece Langan comes through. Marlowe gets the ball. Handballs it across to the running Mason. Mason, a long shot for goal. Is Brooks there again? No. Great mark in defence by Brendan Gleeson. Takes the mark at right against the point post there, and kicks the ball out wide. Out it goes now towards the far side of the ground. Up in the air went Brody, beaten on that occasion by Andrew Shannon. Andrew Shannon goes flying down the flank. Goals needed desperately by Eaglehawk to stay in this game. Looking for Andrew Gibbs on that occasion, but the ball eludes Gibbs and Russell Muir and goes out of bounds.
Some of their running players like Andrew Shannon will have to get back in the game.
Right, and the ball's thrown back into play again. Lloyd came over the back. Maybe Southcombe was interfered with when going for that tap out, and Southcombe, the old cagey 35-year-old, I think we made him, Dennis, at the at the start. He's going to get the free kick. Ball's being relayed back to Southcombe rather slowly, and Southcombe will take the free.
He's been in the Super Rules for 2 years.
Here he goes. Bluey Southcombe kicks towards the centre half forward. Up they go in the air, punched away by Eaglehawk. Ball's tunnelled out to Wayne Walsh through Shannon. Walsh drives along, looking for centre half forward. Who's home there for Eaglehawk? It was Lloyd. Finally, it's worked out by the United defenders. Looking over here for Joe Geary. It's Ron Couchman who butters up. Sends the ball back down to the half-forward line again. A lot of play on that far flank in this quarter so far, and indeed for the whole game. Been a lot of play on that far side, and the ball's over the line and will be thrown back into play as Tracy Wilson on your screen there picks up Tony Barnes. Up they go again. Southcombe and Lloyd. Ball driven up into the centre, and safely marked by Peter Phillips. Coming up from the half-forward line, marked in the true centre position. Wobbly old kick, could elude all players. Good effort there by Russell Muir. Smothered it, is the recipient of a handball, goes through centre field, does the blind turn nicely. Muir gets the handball on, looking for Mason. Darren Thompson from Eaglehawk was the player with the ball, deemed to be not in possession of the ball when tackled that time, and Darren Thompson, the Eaglehawk defender, will take the free kick. Darby Munro goes herring past looking for the handball. Brooks is picking him up, but Thompson elects to go for the kick. Ball goes up towards the centre half-back. Ron Couchman takes the solid mark in defence.
Good mark, that one.
Good mark, Ronnie Couchman, the Ballarat boy. Came over with Brendan Mason this year with United. Long kick up looking for Geary. Oh, great mark, Bert McIver. Has done his job in defence for Eaglehawk today. Handball over long to Murray Collins. Murray Collins runs through centre field. One bounce. Handball's over the top. Wayne Walsh is over there. Collins has been put down very hard. And Rod Threlfall allows play to go on. Gibbs finally gets the ball. Drives into full forward for Eaglehawk. Who's there? Joe Geary it was, tried to spoil. Lloyd comes back onto the right foot. Will kick in towards goal. How's he gone, Brendan Lloyd? Just offline, and 1 point the result.
Well, the scoreboard now at the 6-minute mark of the final quarter has Northern United well clear. 16-10, 106. Eaglehawk 11-470. 6 goals the margin. The Borough need goals badly. That's the understatement of the half-century. Thank you very much. And after the kick out, United comes straight up the centre. Marlowe wins possession. Handball to Shields. Long kick to Gerard Geary. Good play on to Keeley. This is the Swallows at their brilliant best. Keeley puts it down the throat of a teammate in Ludeman. He couldn't take the mark. Well spoiled by young Gleeson. And that was the United football really at its best there. Right down the corridor. An Eaglehawk player not even getting near the ball until Gleeson tapped it through for the one behind. After the kick out, Crone gone very quiet at the second half. Couldn't take the mark. Brody over the top saying he's not really getting rid of the ball up. But we're going to see a ball up on that 50-metre line.
Eaglehawk don't look to have what it takes to get back in the game. In fact, Northern United look as if they're doing more of the running.
Well, 37 points the margin. Dennis Higgins there, expert comments right through this grand final, and Shields wins another possession. Rove beautifully. Kick smothered though, and it's going to be young Gleeson battling it out well to kick along that half-back flank. In chips Big Bluey Southcombe. Hand passes inboard to Marlowe. Marlowe's hand pass a bad one, and Dorrington chips in. Now Eaglehawks Dorrington drives long. He'll be looking for O'Connell, who's at centre half forward now. But Muir has got better as the game's gone on. Like a good wine, Muir, and he drives down where Bluey Southcombe leaps over the back of Mountjoy. Reminiscent of the great old Bluey Southcombe days. And the problem was that time he wasn't able to hang on to it, and it's spilled over the boundary line for a throw in. True wing position. Outer side of QEO, and the tap down from Crone. He was looking for young Thompson. Thompson couldn't bring it away. A pack develops, and we're going to see a ball up. On grand final day here in the Bendigo Football League, the early games to Eaglehawk and Golden Square, and now Northern United and the seniors just some 20 minutes away from making it 4 Bendigo Football League premierships in a row. They started hot favourites. They had 2 quarters of real pressure, but they've got on top since the long interval, and the Borough need to do some hard work now if they're going to get back. A little bit of pushing and shoving in that pack, and a free kick is going to go United's way. Brendan Mason throws the ball back to one of the Langan boys. Is it out there? No, it's Gary Mountjoy, and he comes in board for Mason now, who marks strongly. One of the best on the ground, in my opinion, in the second half, Brendan Mason. And he brings the ball right across to the grandstand side. The target was Keeley, who beats Eagley for one of the few times all day. He comes toward Geary, and Gerard Geary marks. And that's indicative now of the way the game's going. Those players, Keeley, Mason and Geary, were all being clearly beaten, Dennis, in the first half. Now they've all lifted. The 2-hour duels are going the Swallows' way. Let's have a look at Geary's mark again before you comment.
Yes, he's a great footballer, Gerard Geary. His overhead marking, if he gets into space, he marked under pressure, then if he gets into space, tends to cruise around, knows where the ball goes, and always finishes his work off.
Well, always finishes his work off is the spot-on comment, because that one sailed right through the high diddle-diddle, and I think it's good night nurse here for the Borough. 17-11 now, 113 United, and the Borough lamenting on 11-470. Since the long interval, the 2 Blues have only been able to snare 3 goals through the big sticks, and that's in comparison to 9 from their opposition. And it's the Maroon and Gold sailing onto a premiership win here. We're at the 9-minute mark of the final quarter. The sun shining, And the champagne corks, which they couldn't get out last year, if I remember, are beginning to be unscrewed because United are looking good. This time Collins of Eaglehawk brings it out of the centre. He goes long. They've thrown Mackinnon now to the forward line in a desperate move. He gets it across to Ninger O'Connell. He should kick a goal. And he hits the post. Well, that's the way the Borough's luck's going at the moment. And O'Connell misses what he should have got. Eaglehawk 11-5-71, Northern United 17-11, 113.
Well, there's a few of the crowd starting to filter away now, Shane. A few of the Lee Williams, father of Greg Williams, a few of the boys are leaving the ground as the players on the far wing again. They've had their money's worth over there. Those people that Robert Cook and the Board of Management gave the approval for the tents for. They've had plenty of the play over on that far action. A shot of Gary Evans waiting for this last quarter to come to a conclusion. He is off the ground at the moment as we wait for the ball to be thrown in to play on that far side. Southcombe and Lloyd battle for the front position. The ball's worked down to the ground. Over there is Murray Collins, falls over as he grabs possession of it. In comes Marlowe for Northern United, and Collins will take the free. Looking over here for Bertie McIver. Bertie McIver was pushed to the ground, but in comes Rogerson. Rogerson tunnels it along the ground. Darby Munro backs up, picks it up well, gets it across over here to a teammate. And then I think it's a big crone, Shane, isn't it? That drives the ball down towards half forward, and Andrew Shannon taking the mark. Left foot kick from Andrew Shannon in towards, centre half forward, big mark there. Andrew Eagley flew high in a pack. Great mark, Andrew Eagley at centre half forward for Eaglehawk.
He's been one of Eaglehawk's better players all day, Andrew Eagley, along with Mark McInerney.
There's the mark again. Beautiful grab over the top of Scott Langan. And there's a little bit of breeze behind him up there at centre half forward. He'd have to have a great chance from 50 metres of putting this through.
Andrew Eagley comes in now, aiming for Eaglehawk's 12th goal. It's gone pretty close. It's not a bad shot from Eagley. It's eluded all players, but it was just slightly offline from Eagley and through for a point only. Good game, Eagley, today on the wing for Eaglehawk. The goal umpire signals a point. Ashley Miles gets ready to drive the ball out. Northern United 17-11, 1-1-3. Eaglehawk 11-6, 72. The Hawks are coming out at the coach's bench just below us here as Mark Brodie, who cramped in the third quarter, is back on the ground, drives long towards the forward line. Geary goes for the clever tap over, but Darby Munro, using all his years of experience, gets the ball away to Brendan Gleeson. Gleeson drives out of half-back. Good mark taken at bootstrap level there by Murray Collins. He'll chip the ball forward over there to Peter Rogerson. Rogerson will drive down towards the forward line, and Ninger O'Connell out on his own. Too quick for Bluey Southcombe on that occasion. O'Connell making space for himself out on the half-forward line. Now looking for the lead. Not sure who to give it to. Here comes Gordon making a lead, perhaps a bit too short. So O'Connell will probably drive long. He does. Towards full forward. Up they go in the air again. Ball flies loose. Comes out from Eddie Shield. Takes the option of fighting the boundary line with a 6-goal 5 lead, and Eddie Shield goes for the boundary line.
Eaglehawk have actually had the ball in their forward line a fair bit for the quarter. They just haven't got anybody who can catch it at the other end.
Right, well, we're looking now at about 12 minutes into this last quarter. Big Lloyd goes up single-handedly, takes the ball away, but Joe Geary's the player who drives United out of danger, finds Brendan Mason, come right back into this game after a slowish start. Mason goes on the left foot. Looking down here for Geary, who's led well up into the wing area in front of a sign which says, probably a bit prophetically, the mighty Flying Swallows. The ball will be thrown in from the boundary line in front of that sign. Up they go in the air again this time. This was Brodie doing the ruck work there. Gets it to Shields, who's had a feast of possession today. Barnes over his head. Barnes leading in the race for the ball. Can he scoop it up? He's still in there, Barnes, battling with his opponent. Darby Munro's going to take it over the line for Eaglehawk in the forward pocket, Camp Hill side.
Eaglehawk don't seem to be able to do anything that will turn the game. You mentioned Eddie Shields there. Eddie Shields must have had 7 or 8 possessions already this quarter. I think
yes, we can have a look at Shields. He's had 6 kicks in the handball this last quarter, and a great quarter from him, a great game from him as Munro brings it away onto Dorrington. Handball to Collins, a bad one. Southcombe slips it at the back of the pack for United. Hand passes inboard to Mason. And the hand pass further across field taken now by Langan, and he drives long up towards centre half forward. Mountjoy. That's a great mark, Gary Mountjoy, over the back. And I'll tell you what, from 45, close on 50 metres out, he'll go very close to snaring this. The breeze appears to have almost died away now. And with the margin, 35 points. Let's have a look at Mountjoy's mark again. Beautiful. We're going to see Mountjoy shoot for goal. Won't make the distance. Up in the pack is a big number of players. Shields roves it again. This time it doesn't fall for him. Out of the pack, the chance for United to try and snap a goal, but the Borough let discretion be the better part of valour that time. And thump for the goals through Wayne Walsh that time, and just the one behind results. And so Northern United 17-12, 114, leading Eaglehawk 11-12, 72. That margin of 7 goals looks like it's not going to change too much for mine. And after the kick out, Jared Geary wins the ball. Look for Brodie with a handball, but Shannon chipped in. Shannon goes for the safety of the boundary where Murray Collins is lurking. He hand passes back to Shannon, who dropped what he should have had. Made a few elementary errors today, the Borough, after half-time, but they were so crisp and workmanlike in the first half. I think maybe their fitness or maybe just the pressure of United is told after half-time. Oh, big thump away that time. Who got up there? It was Dorrington. Got it away, but United just bring it back again relentlessly. Hand pass spills out toward Brodie. He might just be a shade injured. No, gets away. Good play, Brodie. Drives for the goal square. Brooks again. That's twice he's beaten Darby Munro in that 2-hour duel on the goal square. Just a tiny bit too tall. Darby's got the head down, but no disgrace, because Brooks just too strong on that occasion. And his second shot for goal from an identical position. Brooks, 10 metres out, puts it right through the centre. And I think we can safely say now, Brooks with 5 goals could go into United's better players. Didn't come on until the second term, but has been a good player since he's been on the ground. And it's 18-12 to 11-6 now, and United are sailing onto the premiership here in the Bendigo Footy League.
I think indicative of the strength of the Northern United Football Club that their interchange player can come on and kick 5 goals.
A great game from Brooks. And since half-time, United really haven't had too many passengers. They've taken a stranglehold on the grand final, and now they're rubbing salt into the Borough wounds for the 3rd time in 4 years. They'll have bad dreams about United out in the Borough, the way they've gone in the last few years. And that's a beautiful piece of play out of the centre. And the pass nearly went right through Barnes. It was a bullet.
Shields has played very well all day. Tony Barnes hasn't done as much as he did in last year's grand final, and perhaps that may indicate that Tracy Wilson's done a pretty good job all day.
Go along with you there, Dennis. And now let's have a look at Tony Barnes. He's a beautiful kick of a footy. And for the afternoon so far, he's snared 3 majors. He's looking for number 4. And Georgie Thompson, the trainer. Now, what an incident.
15 metres on Georgie Thompson.
They'll talk about that for years at Braewood. George has got a few problems there. He's trying to get drinks to the players. Meanwhile, George, hop out of the way, let Tony Barnes have his shot for goal. And now he comes in, 40 metres from goal. Beautiful kick, Barnes. That's okay. Yes, sirree. It's right through the centre. And Barnes kicks number 4. The Borough kick number 19. And all of a sudden, they're 8 goals in front. That's the margin most felt they might win by. Yet it's only been 2 quarters of football that have achieved that margin.
Yes, they're certainly, as you said before, rubbing salt into the wound. Tony Barnes was 5 or 6 metres inside the 50-metre line, but he was kicking into the breeze, and there wouldn't be many players would have kicked it through from there, kicking into the breeze.
Well, 126 to 72 the situation, and Shields with 22 kicks for the afternoon so far, and probably plenty of time to add to that. Has been a great player, and here he goes again, tapping out of the centre. This time he was looking for Marlowe, who was claimed. In goes Collins, tries to win the handball out. No, too strong. Good play that time, Muir. On toward Mountjoy. No, Marlowe it is. Mountjoy's helping out, but this time it's going to be dropping the ball against Ian Marlowe. And a free kick going to Big Crone of the Eaglehawk side, and he will take it at the true centre half-back position. He goes wide toward the wing. Target out there, Shannon again, couldn't hold the mark. Ball comes to the ground. Oh, a little bit of pushing and shoving in the pack there. Umpire says play on. That's good umpiring. Andrew Shannon comes out of the pack, pushes Threlfall aside and says, yes, I'm going to give it to you. You can put it to ground at the 18-minute mark of the final quarter.
Well, Rod Threlfall with the football, puts the ball on the ground. Up they go in here. Bluey Southcombe taps it over the back. Stacks on Mill approach. No, Eaglehawk works it out. Robert O'Connell came away with the ball, but there's a free picked out there, and we'll go to Brett Gordon. Brett Gordon, the player with the free kick from that bounce down. He goes with a long, wobbly punt kick towards the far wing. Ron Couchman struggling in there with Peter Rogerson, tackles Rogerson in the end. Umpire calls too high on that tackle on Rogerson, and Rogerson will take the free kick once again on that far side of the ground. Rogerson drives in towards full forward. Who's up? Oh, waiting down was Lloyd. Could have got the handball across to Walsh. Just couldn't quite control it. Ninger O'Connell has a snap for goal. Trapped there by Andrew Eagley. And just offline, Eagley grabbed the ball, quickly put it onto the boot, but offline.
If it doesn't rain, it pours.
So there it is. Eaglehawk 11-7, 73. Northern United 19-12, 1-2-6 as we approach well past the halfway mark of the final term. Ball kicked out of play into a pack on the far side of the ground. I think it's Brian Dorrington, Shane, with the ball.
Yes,
it is indeed. Brian Dorrington will go forward for you. Eaglehawk. Ball punched clear by the United defence. Reece Langan's got the ball, left-handed handball across over here to Gary Mountjoy, the old workhorse himself. He gets another handball out, backs up and takes the pass, finds Shoddy Langan on the far side of the ground, the rookie of the year, left-footer down towards Barnes. Barnes and Tracy Wilson. Wilson, good play, taps the ball in front of him, and will get the free kick, legged by Barnes as he went for that ball over the far side. This time Shannon's got the ball, drives in towards Wayne Walsh. They're playing out time at the moment as Wayne Walsh has got the ball centre field, sends it across field, directly across field to the running Bert McIver. Bert McIver left foots it up further. Couchman, Healey turns in order to try and turn and get back into the players. Rocky Rhodes in there, also in there is Eagley. Ball's on the ground, handball off the ground by Eaglehawk in towards Lloyd, is it? Mackinder and Rocky Road. Anyway, the play's been halted. A free kick's come out of that one, Dennis. Did you see that one?
Yes, he was just over the shoulder and just showed a bit of frustration.
Right, well, the United's got the ball, driven downfield, looking for Geary, punched away by McIver. Many times he's done that today. Ronnie Couchman, good running play from centre-half back, looking for Langan, but follows up himself, takes his own handball, down the ground with one bounce. Ronnie Couchman, can the centre-half back kick a goal? He's gone close. Dave Ludeman's got it, runs in, bang, goes through the goal. Big Dave Ludeman's kicked number 20 for United as Ron Couchman, the centre-half back, one of the All-Star 21 named this morning. He came down the ground, collected his own handball, took one bounce, bang in towards full forward. There was Big Dave Ludeman lurking. Here it is again. Couchman's handball. Reece Langan couldn't quite gather it, but waited for Couchman to come through. There's Couchman taking the bounce. Downfield he goes. And the big arms of David Ludeman reach up, pluck it down, and in runs Ludi for goal number 20.
And 5 possessions to Couchman in the final quarter, capping off a pretty good game. There's the bounce in the centre. And young Darren Davies had the chance to bring it away after Mountjoy worked hard for a handball. Finally goes to Crone on to Collins, tackled by Shield, but finds O'Connell. Good play. And O'Connell inside to Eagley. Now here's an open goal coming up for Andrew Eagley. Long, beautiful running kick. And Eagley kicks the number 12 for the Borough. Andrew Eagley, number 13 for the Two Blues, 23 years of age, kicks one of their best goals of the second half and takes them to 12-7-79, trailing Northern United 20-12, 132. And Dennis, as we look at it again, a great goal.
Yes, good goal to Andrew Eagley. He's been a contributor all day. Robert O'Connell got the ball out to him, and he's been one of their best 2 or 3 players too.
Ball back in the centre. It's been a great last quarter from United. Since lemon time, they've added 5 goals, and Eaglehawk, that was their first of the last quarter. And now there's a diamond infringement going United's way. They're going to get it out of the centre through Ludeman. He goes for a long, searching kick, looking for Gerard Geary. Up in the pack went Barnes. Now it drops to Brodie. No bad bounce. Collins brings it away. Oh, shocking handball. Straight to Darren Davies. And he can put it right down the throat of a teammate. And that's Brooks again. He's already kicked 5. And he will be lining up for number 6 now from just 20 metres out and as good as directly in front. Wasn't a lot the other Borough defenders could do there. They'd all come up the ground and Brooks had just lurked back, received the easy pass, and that kick looks a bit poor, is it? Yes, just offline from Darren Brooks. A bad miss. And it's 20-13 now, 133 to 12-7-79. And there's Gary Mountjoy leaving the ground. And what a brilliant game he's played. And we'll have a look at his positions for the afternoon shortly, but certainly around about the 20 possession mark, if not more. After the kick out, Crone, this is what he should have taken. Butters up well and hand passes to Collins. Dorrington's in there too. He can't get a kick away. Now Shannon running out in the open as he likes it. Goes long. His target down there for the Eaglehawk side is Gordon. Gordon can't take it. In there too is Gleeson, but away go United. Well played in defence, Couchman. He's got better as the game's gone on. The kick was looking for Mason, but Eagley beats him. Gets away from Shields, or does he? Handball to himself. Oh, just a shade lucky for mine, Healey. And he is going to take the free kick for holding the man. I thought, though, he handballed to himself in that exchange. He's going to have a long kick. His target will be O'Connell. Can't take the mark. Ball spills to Lloyd at the back. Lloyd for home on the left foot. Mackender, goal square, and Mackender puts it through for the number 13 goal for the Borough. And the two Blues go on to 13-7-85, trailing Northern United 20-13-1-33. The margin is 8 goals, and we are 23 minutes into the final quarter as we watch this goal again.
Good play from Andrew Eagley again. I think he did deserve the free kick. Ronnie Couchman, who came out of the back line brilliantly before, certainly had a top last quarter, Shane.
He's played a great quarter. You thought he deserved that kick, did you, Dennis?
Yes, well, I think he paid it before you called it.
Right, well, we're back to the centre again. Brodie has a fresh air shot that time as the ball's a handball out of the centre by Murray Collins. Been a contributor, Murray Collins, today. But finally, it's got out of that particular piece of play by Russell Muir. The ball hits Tracy Wilson on the head, but there goes United again. Geary's got plenty of options, decides to go for the goal himself. Might have been just offline. Yes, says the goal umpire. Just off target there, Gerard Geary, and the United centre-half forward registers a point. So that makes Northern United 20 goals, 14. That's 1-3-4. Leading Eaglehawk 13-7-85, and we must be getting very close to time on. Once again, Eddie Shield, the workhorse himself, got a left foot pass. Oh, well trapped, Reece Langan. Shoots for goal, Reece Langan. I think he might have done it. Yes, indeed. That's a goal to Reece Langan. That makes his second for the day, and it came from Eddie Shields, who just a few moments ago had 22 kicks for the day. There's Shields again, the left footer. Well gathered in by Reece Langan. May not see him next year, Shane. He might be down with Carlton.
That was a brilliant individual effort, that, from Langan, and I'd say almost goal of the day, taking into account the mark and then the goal, the fact that he capped it off. And with the margin now, some 55 points, 140 playing 85. It's Northern United going on for their fourth flag. Crone beaten by Brodie. Brodie out of the centre. Bounce will not favour Brooks this time. Out comes Darby Munro. Tries to break a tackle of Geary's and got the ball away. Well done to Crone. Crone to Collins with a handball was well played. And Collins goes further afield to Dorrington. Now Dorrington gets around Muir onto his favoured right foot, puts it in short. And there's merely a great grab, but not paid to the youngster in Phillips. But he butters up well and puts it down looking for Lloyd, who waits for the bounce at the back. It goes up and took an eternity to come down. Joe Geary nearly got his head taken off there. Rogerson, I think, was the offender. And Joe Geary is going to take the resulting free kick and puts it wide. Or it might be Muir out there, is it, to take the mark. And he gets it moving. Mason, thank you, to Rode. Rode tackled as he got rid of the ball. Will come back and take another kick. And we're in red time in the grand final. And it's Northern United in front, 21-14-140, leading Eaglehawk 13-7-85. And the resultant free kick going Northern United's way as they drive long across the centre. Geary has the ball punched away, comes to the ground. Brodie, good play, handballs on, and they're away again through Langan onto Davies. The ball won't bounce for him, he's had the fumbles. He goes backwards though, picks it up onto the left foot. Here's Brooks again. Goodness gracious. And Brooks is having a field day down there. And he's taken the mark only 25 metres out. And he is good as directly in front again. He's got 6, and that should be number 7. And the Golden Wattle Festival's on in Maryborough. 6, I should say, for Brooks. And I'll tell you what, the boy from Golden Wattle Country's had a picnic here this afternoon. And Northern United go on to 22-14. There's the mark again. 22-14, 1-4-6. Leading Eaglehawk 13-7-85.
Darren Brooks, of course, is related to the Aldridge family from the Northern United heartland, Shane, and that's his tie-up with the Northern United club.
Yeah, Brooks played outstanding 3 quarters of football. It's a bit sad to see Darby Munro on the receiving end of the treatment, but I suppose the good young legs will beat the good old legs.
Well, and he's had some great years in footy, Darby, and well, this isn't going to be one of the more memorable for him, but he's been part of some great days for the Borough, no doubt about that, as the centre bounce takes place again. Brodie, he's been a workhorse this quarter. Brodie, he's put it high, and Darren Davies underneath it, had to wait an eternity, got the mark, over the top to Evans. Gee whiz, this is the United machine at its best. Evans goes for home at the city end, and unusually for Gary Evans on the run, he is offline and just the 1 point resulting. So it's 22-15, 1-4-7 Northern United, leading Eaglehawk 13-7-85. They finish off the season as we expected, running. A 7-goal last quarter so far, and they're dominant as Shields takes a mark after the kick-out.
Well, for my money, he's the best man on the ground, Eddie Shields, Shane. He's had a feast of possessions, done a great job around the packs. Drives up forward. There's Barnes, I think it is. No, it's not. It's Reece Langan. Barnes was in the same pack. Reece Langan took the mark, and he'll take the shot for goal. He's got 2 already, and played 42 senior games with Northern United, but has been signed by Carlton and could be down at Princes Park next year. That's Princes Park in Parkville.
37 possessions to Shields and counting.
Right. No mistake, Reece Langan. That's Reece Langan's third. We'll just look through some of the major goal kickers. We've got Brooks with 6, Barnes with 4, Reece Langan 3, Gerard Geary and Brendan Mason and Ian Marlowe 2 each.
I think one of the important things with Shields' game too is look back on the game, he was one of the players playing well in the first quarter, and there's quite a few players have come on and played well in the second half, but he played extremely well right through the game.
27 minutes into the last quarter here, and there's the scoreboard, a margin of 68 points in favour of United, and they've really put certainty to the fact that they're one of the top sides in country football. This has been a brilliant performance after they were outplayed really in the first half. Great tackle on Collins, but he got away. Well done from Shields and Reece Langan, and put the hand pass wide to Andrew Shannon, having a good last quarter. Andrew Shannon goes long and finds Dorrington. Now Dorrington with a long hand pass. He'll find Wayne Walsh. Wayne Walsh, this is what he loves, running into an open goal. And yes, I think he might have made it. No, it hasn't made the distance. And let's see what happens here. A tap out into the open country. Big chance for Ninga O'Connell. Oh, was he claimed, but too high. And we're going to see a free kick to Robbie O'Connell, the Eaglehawk captain and coach. He's been on the end of a beating last year from the Northern United Footy Club under Tony Southcombe, and sadly for Ninga, 1987 brings no more joy as he lines up from 15 metres out directly in front, and he's snuck that one home for a Borough goal, and they go to 14-7-91. Trailing Northern United 23-15, 153, the margin 62 points, and we are 28 minutes into the final quarter.
Good goal from Robbie O'Connell. I think one of the players we haven't mentioned much during the day, but I think he's played a really solid game for Northern United. It's Russell Muir in the back pocket.
Yes, he's got better as the game's gone on for mine, Muir. A little bit loose in the first quarter when the Borough were playing well, but certainly a good second half.
Just a brief shot of the United bench there, Shane. The troops are starting to mill around there. Wally McGregor's got a big smile on, still got the headpiece on, as we see the scoreboard. United 23-15, 153, Eaglehawk 14-7-91, as the ball's going to come back down inexorably into the United forward line once again. Up they go again. Looks like Geary in front position, knocks it away. Collins, the roving expertise there, gets it away to Andrew Everley, and there's the siren. The 1987 grand final, no doubt about that one. The mounted police come onto the ground to take the Trelfels off the ground, no doubt about it. There's Harold Hall, the United Secretary. The Swallows 4 premierships in a row, 23-15, 153 to Eaglehawk 14-7-91, a 62-point victory to the Swallows.
Well, a fantastic win. Congratulations, Northern United. And this certainly must be one of the greatest moments in Brendan Mason's life, because he's been with a number of clubs in the Ballarat area, had some good sides, couldn't win a flag with them, Dalesford, East Ballarat, but today with Northern United, possibly one of the best sides we've seen in Bendigo football in many, many, many years. He steered them to a flag, and what a terrific win it is. There's a great shot of the jubilations out on the centre area of the Queen Elizabeth Oval at the present time. The winning margin, 62 points. Let's have a look at the day's activities. Eaglehawk led by a goal at quarter time. United led by 2 points at half time. And then by three-quarter time, they'd opened up a 31-point lead and have gone on to win the grand final by a big margin of 62 points. Their major goal kicker, well, a fine effort from Darren Brooks with 6 goals, 4 to Tony Barnes, 3 to Reece Langan, and then 2 to Brendan Mason and Ian Marlowe, and Gerard Geary snared 2 as well. There were a few single goal kickers also, but the major goal kickers for Eaglehawk, 4 to Robbie O'Connell, 3 to Darryl Gilmore, and 2 to Peter Crone. Dennis Higgins, how much part did injuries play in this match? Findlay and Gilmore both sadly missed by the Borough as the game went on. They were two of their catalysts in getting them away to such a great start.
Yes, well, I certainly think in Eaglehawk's case he couldn't afford to have the injuries. So I think if it happened to United it wouldn't have mattered all that much, but I don't think it had a great bearing. I think Northern United are just too good.
OK, Richard, quickly, your better players on either side?
Well, I think for my money, Shane, I'd go for Eddie Shields as the best player on the field. He's had so many possessions and he just, as Dennis said, was working hard all afternoon. Ian Marlowe, I suppose, would be in the best. Brendan Mason, Reece Langan, and of course Darren Brooks you'd have to put in.
Mountjoy,
of course, another workhorse for them. In the back line we said Russell Muir did well. I thought Ashley Miles was a good steady game from him. For Eaglehawk, let's have a look at those. Mark McIntyre would have to be in the best players for
yes,
them.
I'd say.
Great game in defence from him. Then when he moved into attack, he did kick a goal.
I'd say perhaps Evely. I thought Evely and O'Connell and Mark McIntyre, Collins and Tracy Wilson for Eaglehawk.
OK, in the earlier games we saw Golden Square win the reserves and Eaglehawk win the under-18s, but in the main game it's a brilliant win to Northern United. 4 flags in a row for the Maroon and Golds. The Swallows from Kamarooka and Rayward. This year under Brendan Mason, but Tony South comes out there a happy man as well. You can see President Bob Considine there. Final scores in a moment. Here's Allan Beasley.
Well, right, Shane, here we are with Brendan Mason. Brendan, your first premiership. Congratulations.
Yes, tremendous feeling, tremendous. We'll just lace it out, Allan.
Well, the first half, pretty tough on the boys out there.
Yes, we knew it was going to be tough right up to half-time. We said to our boys pre-game, they must be tired from the week before. We were in there at the show at half-time. We've got a feeling we can win it. We did.
Do you think your fitness told out in the last half?
I think, look, everybody's